getting dicey.
And he stuffs the landing.
I didn't have the count on.
I should have a little card with like a 10 on it.
Let's get some sound going. Again, I grabbed this Sirenscape sound from Sirenscape's official Curse of Strahd sound set, and it's called Casimir's Hovel.
Oh.
Casimir's
All right, we
shithole.
get it.
Is this sound coming out?
I can't hear any yet.
I think there's some sound playing, but it's pretty subtle.
Is it because Casimir's so poor he can't afford a sound system?
Yeah, where's your hi-fi? Casimir?
No accordion?
Actually, before we get started in Casimir's hovel, I'll just say it one more time. Before we get started, I just want to cut a little bit. We find ourselves, we're looking at this graveyard behind a church. It's nighttime, and there is fog rolling in across all of the gravestones and grave markers. And a gauntleted hand punches up out of one of the graves. And maybe 20 feet off behind it, another hand reaches out of the grave. These gauntleted hands push away some of the dirt above them, and each of them raise a sword to the sky. Anyway, we're back in Casimir's hovel.
Well, no.
Caesar Romero over here.
So this is, I'm assuming, what, the revenants that are going to come and murder us? Well, murder two people, not me.
It's definitely two of them. Who knows where the third one is at this point?
There was three.
There was three that were brutally murdered at the Argenvestolt's mansion. So Casimir has basically just finished saying that he believes the secret to breaking, or there should be some information about the curse and how to break it, should be at the Amber Temple. After all, it was the place where the pact between Strahd and the Dark Ones was made.
Oh,
Hey, Casimir. You know anything about how to break the Curse of Remnants? You seem to be pretty familiar with Curse of Strahd, and thought maybe you could help out some sort of way.
I'm not quite sure there is a cure for that, unfortunately. The Revenants are known to fight until their focus is destroyed.
Oh, good.
the focus.
Okay.
The
You mean
focus
like
of
their
their
attention?
vengeance. Whoever they are.
Oh, they're,
Yeah.
oh. You, Bill.
And Casimir, he is like, the Baron said that, and he's just like, oh.
Out of character. Are they just the same every time, or do they get stronger each time, or
How many times have How many times have you come across them?
just the once so far?
Right. So yes, they are known to become stronger when they find their focus.
Right. Each time they're destroyed, they get stronger, or they stay the same once they've found their focus.
I don't know of anyone who has survived that second encounter. Sorry, Bill.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Didn't we just kill it this morning? That means that every time. I don't know, that has risen. But how often do they come back? I thought like once a month or every 6 months.
They come back the moment they find a new body to inhabit.
Oh, and they're quite good at finding bodies.
There is quite a lot of dead here in Barovia.
Damn it.
Yay.
Yeah. So I do need to ask, you have mentioned you want to see the end of Strahd. Would you be able to accompany me to the Amber Temple?
When are you
How
off?
far is it?
It's a bit of a journey. It's probably going to be a good day's travel.
When were you thinking of heading out there?
I have waited years too long to be able to bring my sister back to life, back to me. So the sooner we leave, the better.
Tomorrow, or go to first thing tonight, or sort of a next week thing, is it? Or
it's probably good to prepare and leave first thing in the morning. Like I said, it's going to be a treacherous journey up the mountainside to get there. It's going to be It's going to be an all-day trek.
is it like this? Actually, I'll ask this other character: is the trek up a mountain like an icy mountain where we will need kind of supplies for cold, or is it just a regular old steep incline?
We'll say that you've asked Casimir. Casimir's got some of those answers for you.
Oh, all right. Casimir, is it cold up there, or gonna need some cold weather gear?
Yes, the journey is will take you near 1,000 feet up the mountain. It's treacherous. There's almost there will not be enough width in the track for your carriage, and if it wasn't for this, and he holds up his hand with this a ring with a small red stone in it. He says, "Without this, I wouldn't have survived my many journeys up there."
What's that?
It's a magical ring. It stops me from feeling the cold elements.
Oh wow! Where'd you get that?
It's been handed down. I've had it for quite some time now. Parents or something. I don't remember. It's been so long.
He doesn't even remember if it's
just a magical ring to him. He doesn't really mind.
Are you saying that without magic we wouldn't survive the bone-chilling temperatures and the altitude, or are you saying that? What are you saying there, Casimir?
Yes.
Is this a mission? Is this a suicide mission?
If you don't go up prepared, like one of the first. Look, let me tell you a story. One of my early adventures up the mountain.
Don't say that you had to eat them all.
One of my early ventures up the mountain saw me returning quickly, with fear of frostbite sinking in. It's without proper preparation, you won't stand a chance.
Well, fuck.
Anyone ever been up a mountain before?
I didn't write that in my character story.
What happened?
I hate cold.
I'm just trying to think. Do you guys have I know you've got the gear that you're wearing at the moment. Do you guys have anything else?
We've got a rug.
Mountaineering. The rug. The rug.
Yes.
That'll keep us warm.
The rug of warmth. Didn't you guys
need Scroggin?
What happened to you guys being like fur salesmen? What happened? Did you guys keep a bunch of those, or?
I think we only had one fur.
It was all a ruse. It was such a good ruse. You'd fallen for it.
We didn't do a great job of tanning it either.
I believe you guys skinned like a couple of werewolves, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, you guys don't remember skinning werewolves outside the 100-foot tower?
Oh, yeah.
We skinned, I think, one werewolf.
And we were going to lie that we had a lot more.
I think that was the lie, that we had lots that we were...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
This is just one that we're showing. We've got others.
Right, okay, so you've got one.
That was a showpiece.
Yeah.
Sample.
The store sock, if you will.
I might be able to procure you some furs and some warm weather gear, but I'm not sure how many I'd be able to find.
4 would be ideal.
Yeah. The skeletons will be okay without it.
Oh, hang on. Are we going to take Oh,
Will
gosh.
they?
Where's
Are
the
they?
reader?
Do they have
Where's
some
the
kind
reader?
of?
They're unaffected by cold or
Really?
tiredness or anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
pretty
Just
good.
Undead.
like, given some time to prepare, I may have a spell that could aid us, but
How much time do you need?
4 months.
4 months, yeah. Speaking of preparation, we need to make sure every single one of us has a healing potion on hand. I will not stand the recklessness of wandering into situations without the necessary potions. We need time to gather at least one for every party member.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Why don't-
we've been looking for those for ages.
Why don't we spend the night here at camp? First thing in the morning, go back to Vallaki, get some cold weather gear, boots, a rope, some stuff to that stuff you jab in the side of the mountain. I don't know what you call it, and some potions. Then come back here, and then head off.
Yeah, which direction is this Amber Temple?
It is atop Mount Gaseous, which is to the south of Barovia.
Gus it.
Gaseous.
Gakeith. Where is that? Is that to the north or?
And it's losing it.
Gaseous is south of Barovia.
You've got a gross sounding name. What's south? Gakeith. Who names? What? You could rename it. Okay, so we go north, then we go south. It's fine. Gakeith.
I must warn you that I haven't ever ventured past the gatehouse atop Mount Gaseous.
You said you've been up there countless times.
I have. The furthest I have been was the gatehouse to the temple. The temple being maybe another hour's trek from the gatehouse.
I see.
Why did you just go to the gatehouse?
There's guardians of the gatehouse. When the gatehouse was built, it was to protect people from venturing into the temple itself. I managed to survive with my life, but if it wasn't for those statues coming to life, I'm sure I would have been able to venture further.
Statues. Are they massive?
Oh, they're pretty big.
Big old statues.
Yeah,
Oh.
big winged stone statues that
Ooh.
came to life the moment I neared the gatehouse.
Is there something that triggers them? I'm just wondering, can we go around? It's not.
No, I have tried it a couple of times, and each time it just seemed to be a proximity thing. I'd get to a certain point, and I would see the stone facade cracking, and I would leave pretty
Grabbed
promptly.
your ring and got out. Yeah. Okay, well, it's good to know. Thanks for telling us.
Do you know anything about such conjurations? How do we kill them? We could kill them. I'll kill them myself, I swear.
I've only ever really ventured up there by myself in search of solutions to bring my sister back to me, so I haven't taken much in the way of an army or weaponry. This is why I'm asking you. This is why I'm asking for your help.
You've asked the right people. And speaking of fighting, I have a great desire for vengeance in my heart against this cursed Rahadin. How dare he take the lives of these female elves? I'll have his head for that, mark my words.
Well, I'm sure if you do venture into Ravenloft, you'll undoubtedly meet Rahadin yourself.
Tell us all about him. I desire his head.
What is it you'd like to know?
Oh. Well, what does he look like? Oh, how do I kill him? I don't suppose I need to know any more than that.
What does he look like, and how do you kill him? Okay.
Does he have some kind of weakness?
It's a glowing
To
weak
lightning
spot.
bolt? That would be good.
He looks like a dusk elf, a darkened skin, dark hair, receding hairline, long, flowing black hair. A little like me, I guess. I kind of feel like I'm describing myself. But
Your hairline looks great. Don't do yourself down.
Does he have the
so
scars?
Does he have
Those hideous
ears?
scars that you have.
Is he like a better looking version?
he does not have the
What do you mean?
scars or the missing ears that I have, Baron.
Sorry to say it
As
like that.
far as any weakness, to tell you that his weakness would be to give you the weakness of all of the Dusk Elves. He is no more special or able than I. Unless Strahd has gifted him with something I am unaware
Which
of.
is
I love the way he was cut off there. Which is on. He's about to go to that flowery speech. You're like, which is. Very good.
Cut to the chase. What? All right.
Chief, I thought you were in a hurry.
So, but is he? I hate to ask it. Is he a vampire?
Rahadin? Not to my knowledge.
So he hangs around with Strahd, but hasn't been bit.
To my knowledge. The last time I saw Rahadin was 100 years ago. At this camp.
100 years. Well, he could have been
That was
bitten in
that
the last
fateful
100
night.
years.
What was
Strahd
that,
would have got
Adam?
hungry.
And that was that fateful night.
That's
Night
right.
of horrors. Oh dear.
I'm burning with rage. That's all I have to say.
I do need you to know he is quite the ruthless warrior. He has killed thousands in his lifetime, let alone just the 500 years he's been serving Strahd.
What does he attack with?
What does he attack with? Well, if you'd like to know what weapon he used to remove the heads of all of the females in our camp, it was the scimitar at his side.
Okay.
Mark my words, Casimir. We will deal vengeance to him. I swear it.
Yep.
He ran off
I'm with
like,
you.
well, yeah, you can take it or leave it,
Maybe,
to be
maybe
honest.
he's a nice guy. No, I'm with you. Like, I've had it with this place. Everyone's like committing genocide, me included.
I mean, yeah, we've dabbled in it, if I'm honest.
So
Don't mention that, maybe.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. I'm just gonna go out. So what is?
he sounds like a real dick.
Yeah, he does.
What time is it?
It's probably close to like 9:30 at night at the moment.
Okay. You don't mind if we sleep here, do you? In your hovel?
Don't call it that, Byron. Don't call it that.
It's the technical term.
I think
What
you're
a-
supposed to say that to their face, Byron.
Casimir, it's
not
a
an
lovely
insult.
hovel.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I don't think the Vistani will be too happy with you staying here with me, but I'm sure. I heard the celebrations up at the tent. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to accommodate you.
I feel we should stay with the Vistani.
Oh,
Why? Because they do not seem to like the elven folk, and we want to be in their good graces. They seem like a vicious folk, if I'm honest.
I agree with you, American. I think that's very perceptive.
Do you know of
Maybe we
the?
could swap this rug.
Do you know the crossroads south of a temple? No, a tower at a lake.
Oh,
Ooh.
do we know the tower at the lake? Yeah, I know where there used to be a tower at the lake.
Casimir, like, eyes widen, and then he just like shakes his head. Meet me at those crossroads at 9 a.m.
Don't get confused and be looking for the tower as some sort of landmark because it ain't there anymore.
I understand. I got
fucked
what
it
you were
up.
putting down. Okay. if you could meet me at those crossroads at 9, then I'm sure we can. Tomorrow morning, if that works.
Meet me at the crossroads.
Goodness. How are we going to get all of our business together before 9 in the morning? That doesn't sound like us.
What is it? So you're needing. What you're needing. So what are you needing? So what are you wanting to accrue in that time?
Potions.
Yeah.
Just potions.
That's my
cold weather
main
gear.
goal.
Cold weather gear.
We either have to buy them or I have to make them.
Right.
And we need to figure out how that's going to work.
Can't you? How do you make them? And don't you use like gold to speed that process up, right?
I have a kit, and I think it takes 50 gold pieces worth of components for each potion. I think we sort of figured out because it was quite vague in the actual rules. We figured out that some time would be needed as well.
I mean, yeah, so it really comes down to whether or not you want to have a long rest, get up early, venture into Vallaki, go find a store, buy some potions, which are probably going to be around the same price since if they even, they have to have them first, would be the big thing as well, whether or not that your experiences in Barovia make you think that would be something that would be easy to find. And then when it comes to the weather gear, how many people are you wanting to obtain gear for?
Ideally, all of us.
So Ismark, Irina, and you 4?
We'll all need it, otherwise we'll be freezing to death.
Apparently, we don't
I
even
had a
have a
quick-
magic ring.
I had a quick look in my spells, and I have one that can protect against cold, but it's concentration, and it only works on one person. So it's like, that's not going to be that useful.
We could also speed it along if you wanted to call Brian, everyone's favorite trade zombie.
Brian. What can we get for the rug? Oh, it's so thematic. Like, imagine trading a glorious rug for a full winter kit out for the whole party.
Yes, and silver.
He'll be like, rug up.
And
And then
silver.
he'll just give us a bunch of clothes.
And potions.
And then we
Will he,
can have
though?
a fashion montage.
Okay. Does he appear now with all of his stuff?
Well, we've got to ring the bell. The bell that doesn't make it the dull thud. We might do that away from here. We don't want other people getting wind of
Yeah, she'll...
Brian.
Okay. All right.
And I keep all the deals to ourselves.
That's true. Maybe we can swing 9 a.m. after all.
Well, we'll be up
Yeah.
at 6, won't we, American?
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a fantasy. Yeah, I'm totally an early riser in this realm, for sure.
Well, we'll be up with the sun, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 9 a.m.
The
it
sun
is.
don't come up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh no, we don't need to get into the fantasy world. sun and moon rises. When's high tide?
Because it does take a good 3 or so hours to get to that crossroads from where you are as well.
Easy.
It's not making it
As
easy.
long
We
as
can't
this
let
guy's
him
not quick
down.
traveling.
Like, he's trying to, we're just going to disappoint him if we say, oh, 9 a.m.'s not good for us, you know?
We
Hey,
can
if-
do it. We can.
if
I
you-
believe in us.
If you guys wanted to move it out a day, I'm sure he could just be like, okay, all right, what's
Yeah, I
one
mean,
more
he's
day?
waited 100 years,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you wanted to move
Hold
it
on.
out,
Are we saying that we can maybe beat Strahd and go to the Amber Temple and destroy these gargoyles, but we can't get up by 6 in the morning? 'Cause that's
fine.
beyond our powers. We can
Yeah,
do it.
isn't it how the world works?
Fuck. Come on, guys. We can wake
Well,
up
hang
and
on
have
a
some
minute.
breakfast.
Alright.
We got
Let's-
this.
Let's wake up
So are
early.
you
tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you telling me that we can get
Slash
up
on time.
early, get to Vallaki, and there'll be people trading at the hours that we're there, then get to the crossroads all by 9?
No, we'll go meet him at the crossroads, and then we'll say we're just going to go to Vallaki. It's like just to the right.
just
Oh,
3
no,
hours
you don't
back.
drag him
Run
along
out
on
of
our
the way.
errands.
So the Brian scheme is not in then.
Oh
Well,
no,
the
we'll do the
Brian's
Brian's
game, I'm
game.
all
We'll see how
for
that
it.
goes.
Sorry, I forgot
Yeah.
about Brian.
But we can't rely on Brian.
So we get up
He
at
is.
6, ring the bell.
I mean, if
No,
it's
we'll ring the bell tonight.
if it's going to stop us like going shopping for an hour and a half, I think Brian might
Yes,
just be the
please, yeah.
trick.
Let's do it. Otherwise, it will just be disgusting if we're going to go to the shop or not. All right.
Let's get out of here.
If we can
get a
wake up
long
by
rest in.
6.
Yeah.
No, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's ring the bell, then get a long rest in with all our nice warm gear that will mysteriously appear.
Oh. Yeah, we'll just show up
We'll
in the
sleep in-
tent with all this sweet stuff.
We'll sleep in our carriage, won't we, tonight?
Well, you might get something with the Vistani. Might somewhere to sleep with the Vistani.
Yeah.
I'm
Since you're-
American,
Let's
Alpha. Hey.
Shall we go back and rejoin the party before they get even more suspicious of us?
Yes.
Yeah, well, before they start whipping someone else. Let's go.
Says 9 a.m. at the crossroads. I'll see you there.
Yeah, 9:30 at the latest.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Don't give up. We'll be there.
The later we leave, I do need you to understand that it's going to be a good 12 hours of travel tomorrow. Most of it on foot, through treacherous winds and snow.
I know.
Okay.
So we'll be
Not
there
9
nice and
a.m.
early. Ish. Yep.
AM-ish.
Don't make me say 8:30.
We're those friends that somebody says like half an hour before the actual time,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that we turn up on the time.
They've padded it. He's padding it. I can tell. Can I do an insight check to see if he's padding the time?
Give me an insight roll.
He really meant 9:30. He's told oh god, I can't remember the other guy, the other drow,
Savid?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
sous vide. He's told sous vide 8:30. No, sorry.
God, hope not.
9:30.
You should have luck.
With a roll of 14, you can see that he wishes he could go right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Get out of this hole.
We're not going to disappoint him. He's a sincere.
Yeah.
He's a noble and sincere wounded man who needs justice, and we will deliver that justice.
Great.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to go now. I smell booze. I'm leaving.
yeah.
Get you guys back at the tent.
Cool.
What tent? Oh, the big tent.
Oh, the big one.
You've seen the tent.
Yep.
The big one. The
The
whipping.
first tent we went into. Yeah, the whipping tent.
The whipping tent. Yeah, you're good. Okay, yeah, feel free to head out of Casimir's. You step out of Casimir's hovel, and the sound and the smell from the tent, obviously the top of the hill, hits you again. You kind of got a bit of a reprieve from that, all the horse manure and the smells coming from the top of that hill. But there's a lot of cheering and some singing happening up at the camp at the top of the hill at this point. Doesn't seem to have died down at all.
Where's Savid? He left us alone. He went back, didn't he?
Yeah, Savid left. He left, yeah.
He's got that other house. He lives in a little hut over the other side.
Correct.
Hovel.
Hovel.
Lives in a hovel.
I was wondering if he had a hut, but Casimir has a hovel.
Right, let's head to the whipping tent.
Yep.
And I guess
We don't hear Savid crying out in
Oh my
pain, do we?
god.
No, and no one's being whipped either. Like,
What a relief.
they've all got drinks in hand. Ismark and Irina are still sitting with Luvash and Aragel. But there is like another Vistani sitting next to Irina with his sort of arm around her, like clearly sort of had a few to drink as well. And she's
Does Irina look into it or not?
she's she's having a good time, but she's not really like giving him much attention.
Irina!
She's oblivious.
Hello. Oh God.
And she just kind of like quickly just snaps her head to, like towards you, turns towards you. She's like, Morley, where? Yes, and she stands up and comes running over and gives you a big hug. Thanks, you've come back. Thank you. How was it out there? Is everything good?
Oh, I wouldn't say good, but let's just pretend it is. Yeah. Interesting place. Lot going on around here. Got a rug?
Luvesh just goes, hey, got the rug. Whoa. He's had plenty more to drink.
That's it, my man. I wonder if he'll get so pissed he'll forget that he's given us the rug and we can go through the whole thing again and get the chair.
Hey, if you want to roll deception, we could definitely give that a go.
Probably shouldn't have just loudly said, we got a rug!
Different rug.
Yeah.
An unrelated.
Aragel stands and comes over to you, Morley. Are the rest of you following? Are you moving into the camp as well? Walks over to you and says, is everything all right? I noticed you.
Yeah. Yeah, we've just been shown around the grounds by, what's his name? Old Savid. He bit not the funnest guy around, is he, eh?
And Aragel sort of just looks you up and down and nods. Says, so what are your plans for tonight?
Oh, I think
Oh,
me
hello.
and the lads. I don't know what you've heard, mate, but I'm just looking for the rug. I think us crew, it's our merry band. We're gonna get some shut eye, and boy, we got some places to be tomorrow. Let me tell you, we got lots of things to do around here. God, I feel bad even imposing ourselves on you, but we'll have a drink with you. Not me, because I'm teetotal, but the rest of us will have a drink with you. Get a good night, keep eye, and then we'll be out of you here in the morning, and you'll likely will never cross paths again. That's sad, isn't it?
Heartbreaking. How about I organize some bed rolls for you and some blankets? But I need. Yeah.
This guy, what a host!
What a
What I'm
guy.
going to do, if it's not obvious, is I'm trying to sort of act quite casual with him, like this. We're just passing through. There's nothing afoot, and he's a great bloke, and I'm really trying to let it up with him.
Okay. Okay, cool. Do you want to roll? Give me a charisma roll.
Hey, no problem. 17 plus
That is a very
2, 19.
good roll. So, do you want to sort of maybe detail over the next couple of hours? Because obviously everyone's still partying. It's not like you're going to be able to go straight to bed. But how are you going to be spending the next couple of hours buddying up to Aragel and kind of schmoozing with him? Knowing that you're obviously not drinking and...
Well, no one likes that bloke who just great to meet you, but I didn't want to spend 5 hours with you kind of guy.
Yeah,
so I'm not just going to be on him like a bad smell. But what I am going to do is try and tell lots of adventure stories from the sea and shaves on the high oceans.
Cool. Are you going to detail any of, talk to him about what you've been doing in Barovia since you've gotten here as well?
I prefer not to.
Okay.
I'll give it a bit of a wide berth. Oh,
Yeah, right.
Oats again, berth.
Okay, yeah. So it's all about that.
Out of it.
Yeah. So you spend the next couple of hours sort of moving between Vistani, getting to know everybody, spending a little bit of time with Irina as well, before going back to Aragel and sharing another big tale. And Aragel listens, and he's starting to get pretty charmed by you, and he's definitely paying a lot of attention to you, and he gets to a point where he's hunting you down, and he's saying, Molly, why don't you come and tell that tale to my friend over here, and drags you over.
Fucking hell.
And he's getting to a point where he's getting maybe a little, not handsy, but he's got familiar with you. He's getting familiar with you. Like he's, he'll come and grab you by the shoulders to lead you over to someone else, and when you laugh, he'll laugh, and he'll kind of pat you on the arm, kind of thing. He's feeling very buddy with you. What are the rest of you
exactly
doing?
What you wanted.
What are the rest of you doing for the next couple of hours? Let's start with Baron.
Oh, I'm getting incredibly drunk on whatever booze I can find
Okay.
and other substances. But before midnight, I'm going to go out and cast a 4th level spell and a 3rd level spell on my skeletons before they go feral and murder everyone.
All right. So yes, are you kind of keeping to yourself with your drinking, or are you kind of schmoozing a little bit as well?
Yeah, I'm just drinking. I'm not really paying attention. I'm busy drinking.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yours is like every time anyone tries to look to see where Baron is, it's near one of the campfires in this large tent, and he's just drinking and kind of keeping an eye out for the skeletons and keeping an eye on what he thinks might be getting close to midnight. And at a certain point, he darts out to cast those spells against his skeleton crew. Bill, how about you for the next couple of hours?
I'm going to be that guy at the party who picks up somebody's guitar and starts just noodling away on it and singing a few wee songs and things. Nothing in particular. And a few times I guess I go to like say a lyric and then I stop myself, realizing like, oh, a lot of my lyrics are pretty anti-Strahd.
Yeah. Okay. That's
and these
good.
guys are his mates.
Give us a performance. Give us a performance roll.
Yeah, because the difference between you and a normal person that picks up a guitar at a
Yeah.
party is that you'd probably be good.
Yeah. Well, let the roll dictate that.
Yeah, well, let's see.
My roll 20 is just going real
What's
slow.
the Faerun
some
equivalent of Wonderwall?
Is that a 1? Or like,
Well, while you're trying to
Super Sandman.
while you're trying to get roll 20 working, John, let's go to American. American, how are you spending the next couple of hours?
Because I rolled a summer season, I'm filled with rage at what I've just heard about the slaughter of these innocent elven women, and American has no interest in carousing with the drinking folk, and she's just kind of muttering to herself angrily as she walks around the camp, thinking of what she'd like to do to Rahadin and mulling over which spells. Could she see if there are any herbal components for potions growing in the area?
Yeah. Give me a survival roll, and also give me a charisma roll.
Charisma roll? Oh no.
Oh dear.
I've rolled a 15 plus 7 for survival for
Cool.
22, so that should be good. Charisma is not going to be so hot, I imagine.
You never know.
I've rolled 17 minus 1 for 16. Could be worse.
Okay, cool. We'll go back to Bill for a minute, who rolled a 9 plus 8, so a total of 17 for his performance. Bill, throughout the night, you start talking to a few of the Vistani and mention, and they pick up on the fact that you've got an instrument of your own, and they get you to play something on your instrument, and they're so impressed with what you play that they go and get one of their self-made guitars or instruments and bring it to you to play, and you spend 5 or 10 minutes kind of familiarizing yourself with the different notes, and you just pick it up like instantly, right? And you throughout the night play a few songs for them, and they ask you to think up a song about Mad Mary, and you just bust into you sort of augment one of your old favorites from before you were in Barovia, and you just change some of the words around and make it about Mad Mary, and all the Vistani are just cheering every time they hear any small reference that they have any kind of connection to. You're killing it in this tent. They love you. While this is all happening, while Morley's telling his stories and Bill is performing and the Baron is drinking by a campfire and making sure that his undead don't turn on everyone at the last minute, American's in her own head, and she's gone walking outside of the camp, outside of that tent, looking for some kind of herbs and stuff that might help her in the creation of these potions. With a roll of a total of 22, so 15 plus 7, you find more than enough to cover 4 potions worth of. It's like the amount of horse manure has done wonders to the grass and the weeds and the components around this area. You also, I think what speeds it up is, despite wanting to keep to yourself, you have caught the attention of a few of these dusk elves, and there's a very polite dusk elf that just wants to talk to you, and despite not really feeling like you're wanting to talk to anyone, the stories you've heard about what has happened to his people, you feel a little bit of empathy and you start a conversation with him. He asks you why you're out. You say you're out collecting components for health potions, and the reason you're able to collect enough is because of that charisma roll. He is now helping you find everything that you need. He points out a patch of these specific plants that you'll need, and he happily helps collect some for you, checking with you, is this the right kind of leaf? And yeah, so you spend that. It's coming up on midnight, and people are starting to get a bit more intoxicated and heading back to their wagons. The sounds of families and drinking and gambling from different wagons around the outside of that tent seem to be dying down now. There's a couple of Vistani out cold next to a couple of the campfires, and positioned inside this tent are now 6 bedrolls for you 4 and Irina and Ismark. So if you'd like to call it a night there, we could wrap up and you'll have yourself a nice long rest.
Sounds good.
I want to hear more from Bill Bowie.
Bill absolutely killed.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
And you've picked up a new drunk pal who just like thinks you're the bee's
worst.
knees.
The fucking worst. Isn't it?
He's like, this guy.
Won't leave you alone.
You know this guy.
Yeah,
This guy's
yeah,
the best.
Yeah, the squid.
Taking hair for this guy.
Let me just turn off the dynamic lighting for a minute here, just so you can see everything, since it is now morning. The sound, the Vistani get up quite early to start doing what they do. In Luvash's case, it is hitting the bottle, while everyone else gets around tending to the camp and picking
Getting up
themselves.
early for a big day of drinking.
Yeah.
What a pro.
There's no sign of Aragal other at the moment. Just some of the Vistani still lying near the campfires. Others moving around outside, just tending to their chores. American, you had quite a stressful sleep. I think you've been having visions every time you go to sleep while here in Barovia, and last night was no different. It wasn't as intense as some of your previous ones. Well, I say that, but you had dreams of the stories that you'd been told about what had happened here at Barovia, so that was kind of haunting some of your sleep. But there was one image of just this enormous winged bird in this snowy tundra, just enormous, flying down, grabbing Bill and flying off into the sky, and then you wake up and you woke.
Oh no. I'm gonna roll a d4 and see exactly which season I wake up in. Oh damn it! I've rolled a 4. Now I'm in summer again.
Is that bad?
The most aggressive season, which is the least like me. So I'm gonna wake up very dramatically. Bill, you won't believe the vision I had last night. Death! Whoa! Whoa! A giant bird, its talons piercing your skin. It grasped you and flew away over the snowy mountain. Whoa!
That's another thing to worry about. Thanks, American. You haven't been wrong yet, which is further proof that I should be concerned. I just hope that the Revenants don't like the cold.
Very philosophical of you, Bill.
Did I seem concerned by being picked up by this giant bird?
I imagine you were terrified beyond measure.
Cool.
Unless in the dream he wasn't.
No, I'm happy for you to make up those details.
He was like, "Wee."
He's like,
I'm just
Flying!
trying to make sure it wasn't like a Lord of the Rings being picked up by the rocks situation.
Was the vibe of the bird good or evil?
No. Like it was like it started out as this massive shadow in the wind and snow, almost too big to be something that made sense until it finally came close enough so you could see its full bird-like features, like an enormous eagle that then grabbed onto Bill, each talon almost as big as Bill himself, and then grabbing him and flying back off into the tundra. Tundra, is that the right word?
Yeah. That does sound ominous.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Irene is and Ismark are rolling up these bed rolls, helping the Vistani get some of their stuff packed up and put away. It is still pretty early. It's not like a nice, bright, sunny morning. It is very much, it looks to be maybe 6 in the morning. It is cold. There's fog that's sort of creeping around the top of this hill at this point. It almost barely looks any different than how dark it was when you first got here at 8 o'clock last night.
Shall we?
Oh, God. How did everyone sleep?
My dreams were filled with woe.
Bill? What about you?
Well, my awakening this morning was filled with woe. Slept fine, thank you. A little bit worried about these Revenants, but I figure they're a little ways off yet.
Just in regards to how many episodes, I think they're probably a few away, depending on what might be happening.
Probably a few long rests away.
Do I know that the direction that we're heading in is away from where the castle was?
You're going through Svalich Woods to the crossroads, and the mansion where the Revenants were originally, where they were when you killed them, was just sort of south of Svalich Woods. So you're going to be going way around it. So you're not going to be passing through that area.
Okay.
But if something was, for any reason, moving from that mansion to where you are now, they would probably be taking the Svalich Woods.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
It'll be fine.
Who else is being hunted? One other person's being hunted, right?
American.
Some wild bear they won't recognize.
Yeah. To be fair, it was a wild bear that took care of the Revenant.
Do you think they're drawn to you like a magnet, or do they have to like go around and ask people if they've seen
Yeah.
someone that looks like you?
That's a very good question. We'll find out.
A beeline directly to you?
We'll find out. I have a question. So you said I found enough components to make some healing potions, but I probably didn't have time to make them, right? Or...
So how long does it take to make them?
I don't know. I try to look up the rules and they're always like confusing.
You've got like 3 hours worth of travel on the in the carriage to get you to those crossroads. So by all means, depending on how long they take, you could probably manufacture a few of those on the way.
Can bring my portable cauldron.
Morley?
We forgot to call Brian in the night. We'll have to call him now.
Yeah, we'll do it on the way.
Yeah, do it in the carriage on the way. Secret. Or pull over once we're out of shot of the Vistani.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Aragel, you see Aragel walking past the tent, and he looks in and sees you, Morley, and says, "Morley, you're awake. Did you have a good sleep?"
There he is. Yep, thank you. Better get it wriggle on now, though. We've got places to be, men to see.
And he puts his arm around you and sort of leads you outside of the tent. He says, I really enjoyed some of your stories last night, Morley.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine, Argal. You guys were such a great audience. Sorry, that's more of a Bill thing to be saying. It's not a wanker. Sorry. It was great to meet you and talk to you all.
Well, it's going to be sad to see you off.
No, all good things must come to an end.
And then sort of not out of nowhere, but he brings up like one of the references to one of your stories just out of nowhere and just cracks up and sort of like slaps you on the side. Oh, I love that story so much.
Oh, that's squid, eh? Gotta
What's
watch out.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right, and then strangely, after just laughing and sort of slapping, he just turns and he's off. He just disappears off into the camp to do chores and whatever else. He's not like Luvash. He's probably actually going to do something pretty good. He's kind of the leader of this place. He can't be seen to be drinking like his brother Luvash. So is it pack up and get onto the carriage and head off to the crossroads? Yeah. All right. It takes you guys probably 20 to 30 minutes to actually get out of here because everyone is wanting to some of them are trying to get Bill to play another song and you're like, no, we got to get out of here. And you haven't seen Casimir anywhere this morning. You don't know if he's still in his hovel or if he's already sort of left, but are you guys mentioning to anybody what you're heading off to do?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Gotta go to the supermarket or something. At most.
Yeah. Just like, got a meeting in town.
Okay.
Like a Winfield 25s.
And with that, you've all packed up. You've got the skeletons either side of the carriage, and back down this hill, back down into the fog, and into the forest, just north of the camp. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a really cool image south at the very bottom of this map to give you kind of like a side-on view of the hovels in the camp and the carriages.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. How it's kind of nestled within all of those trees. All right.
Something like that.
It's a bit Hobbiton vibes, isn't it? The way those huts are on the mound.
Hovelton.
Yeah.
This guy, outstanding. It's fantastic.
All right, let's put you guys back on the map. It's probably only 15 minutes before you find yourselves back on the main road between Vallaki and the Svalich Woods. If you guys are just doing a beeline to those crossroads, it's going to take probably a little less than originally thought. Maybe it's about 3 hours. It's about 3 hours travel. So you will get there maybe shortly after 9. Oh, dunk. Just a hollow sound rings out from that bell in your hand, Morley. Are you doing this while you're deep into the Svalich Woods, or like away from Vallaki and everything?
Is that going to make a difference? I hope not.
Sure. It just helps me set the scene for where Brian's going to appear, I guess. Are you doing it? At what point in this travel are you guys doing this?
We see just out of kind of earshot and view of the Vistani camp.
Okay, cool.
So I'm imagining not too bushy and dark.
Okay. So it's, I mean, everything in Vallaki other than the main road is probably bushy and dark. So you're getting just as you sort of start thinning things out towards the main road, you get out the bell and you hit it, dunk, and nestled in between two, there's always details of these woods being so thick with trees that they're so dark you can barely see into them, and hanging from one tree is just a bright neon sign that says open. And the distance between that tree and the next is now filled in with a small wooden door, like a thin wooden door.
There he is up ahead.
Let's go.
All right, you pull the carriage
Been
up.
for ages.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We finally got something to trade with him.
So we're going in on the rug, are we? Just before we get there, we're absolutely.
This is what I was waiting for.
The rug we just got that's worth 750 gold, and his whole shtick is you give him something and you have no control over what you get back. That's what we're doing. Just so we're all clear on the same page.
If we get a throne.
I'm in for a penny and for a pound. Imagine if we got the chair back. Yeah, that would be so shit. That would be fucking ropeable.
We get like a coffee table or something. Will appear. I mean,
And no rug to put it on.
Yeah. So I think we'll trade in the rug, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean,
What do we do?
It's
okay. Yeah, let's just in for a penny and for a pound.
it's an expensive item. Hopefully he compensates us for it with a lot of potions, some silver, and some warm.
You just want everything.
mountain climbing gear.
Ideally, literally everything you could possibly need to end the campaign, right? That's kind of what you're after.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
A
Yep.
magical wooden stake. It's like a cruise missile for Strahd's art.
Yeah.
Um,
there we go.
All right.
Okay. So you are currently parked outside the small door.
We go
You go
in.
You go in.
Any?
Knock,
Yeah.
knock.
Okay. All right. You. Who's leading the bunch at the moment?
I will.
All right, American. You knock on the door and it swings open, and a familiar voice echoes out through from the store that is way too big to be nestled into the small crevice in the woods. You hear, Brian.
Yes, well met, Brian. We have trade to do with you. I'm just gonna got this big ass rug and I just flump it down.
Like,
Now, don't rip us off, Brian.
it's
This
a-
is an amazing quality rug. I expect a quality return on it.
Ooh, rug, very good rug. Ooh. And he grabs onto it and tries to, as he goes to remove it, slide it from the top of the counter, like the skin on his arm kind of tears.
Ew.
It's quite a heavy rug, and he flumps down onto the opposite side of the counter. And he says, "Thank you. Brian needed a rug.
He did. He needed a rug, guys.
What can Brian give you in your time of need?"
Can we just unfurl a big scroll of like shopping list for
Wish list and bio.
Now, you give
Yeah.
him a list of things, but
give him?
he will decide what
Yeah.
he will give and when he's given enough. So if you ask for
Yeah.
too many things, you might not get the things you're after.
Yeah, we'll send him a link to our Amazon, the wish list.
Yes.
See what he
Well, it
likes
seems
on
like the
there.
potions are priority number one, like right, American.
Yeah.
And we also need
Wait,
warm clothing
do you
so we
need-
don't die on the mountain, right?
Do you
And
need
silver.
the
Oh.
potions now that you've got all the stuff to make
You're
them?
gonna herb them up.
I did just look it up, and it sounds like the reference from Xanathar's Guide to Everything
Mm-hmm.
says that making a potion takes a whole day.
What? I thought it
It's a
was.
long time.
Yeah, it's a mission. When we looked at it, it was like it's well worth it to just buy fucking potions. It seemed like
Yeah, it's crazy.
they really rip you off.
John,
I
can
think you-
when you're drawing, can you just mute your microphone?
Oh,
It's just like a-
sorry.
yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
good.
oh yeah, you changed the rules because they were so bad. I think.
Yeah, I thought because you've made them before in a night, right? We allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, what was the point of gathering everything if and having good rolls if you're just going to go and buy some potions? If you're happy to,
We take a
relinquish-
week off.
If you're happy to relinquish control of the carriage, then to someone else,
Yeah.
then I'm sure you can spend the next few hours tinkering away, making 4 potions.
It is a 12-hour journey. Yeah.
Well, you're not going to
I've
be in the
already got a
carriage.
potion.
You're not going to be in the carriage that whole 12-hour journey. Casimir did mention that you're not going to get the carriage up that track.
No, I
and
expect they'll carry me up the mountain on a palanquin while I think
what I
of
was
things in
hoping.
my cauldron.
I have a potion, by the way, so you don't need to make one for me.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so top of our wish list is warm weather gear to
Mountaineering
protect
gear.
us from the cold.
We should be pretty explicit and say it's for mountaineering, because he might just give us like some warm shit that's like useless for mountaineering. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't climb a
And
lot of mountains, as you may know.
If he has any golem killing type, magical statue killing type potions, that would be also quite good to have. What else do we want?
Well, how about
Silver
10
bullets.
silvered... yes, a gun.
A gun. Just give us a gun.
How about 10 silvered short swords?
10.
10?
Yep,
10?
good.
Silver
That's fair.
short swords.
This is
Put it on
750
the
gold pieces we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
and 6 full mountaineering gear, right?
Yeah, well, those are like worth like $5 or something. Aren't they? If you look up like ropes and mountaineering stuff, it's like
No.
in
We
the
want...
in the less than 10 gold pieces.
Nah. We want the brand name stuff. We want the proper
Yeah,
stuff.
we were.
Beer Grylls
What is-
approved.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything else we want?
I'm just having a quick look at.
Okay, so we have the Explorer's Pack as 10 gold pieces. That includes backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, torches, 10 days rations, water skin,
But nothing
50
of
feet of hemp and rope.
it wouldn't
There's
be
a
that because it's
mountaineering
you
one.
need like a mountaineering specifically for like freezing below like
Yeah.
20-degree weather.
I already have all that stuff you just listed, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
Most
already
like
have that.
kind of stuff is pretty cheap. We just want clothing, right? We just need to look at like clothing costs. Traveler's fine costume, climber's kit is 25
Yeah, that's the one.
gold pieces. Climber's kit. What does that include in the climber's kit? Special pitons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. But so that's 25, and that's not even including the actual clothing side of things as well.
Yeah, but
So I mean, times
don't
that's
know if
100. It's
Are we
100.
mountaineering or are we going up a path?
You don't have that information at this point.
Because he said like he's been up there heaps.
He's been as far as the gates, yeah.
The Hillary step, if you will.
Right.
Just have fun with it. Just
Yeah.
have fun with it, my friend Brian.
But regardless,
trust
I'd
you.
say like climbers kits, 25 gold pieces each. Let's say it's $100 or 150, and
Why
then
don't
some
we-
warm weather stuff, maybe another 10 gold pieces each. That should still give us a few $400 or something.
to save the monotony of like working out how many gold pieces we're spending. Why don't we say we have this? We're about to go up a very dangerous, very cold mountain path. We want some stuff to help us with that, and also at some point in the near future, we need to kill a vampire. What can you do?
Keep that to yourself.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Brian nods as if he understands, and his eyes are kind of like rolling around in his skull as he does so. And he's like, Brian understands. And he reaches down and he brings up just these really these wool-lined coats for each of you. So there's 4, but it's bizarre. The actual outside of it looks just like the design on the rug. So inside it's nice and furry and it's going to keep you warm, and it's got hoods. They've all got hoods, but they've all just covered in that same pattern from the rug. And he brings up pants as well, the same sort of material and wool lined goggles as well. He really is just giving you a bunch of gear for this venture. And he looks over at the Baron and smiles as best as Brian can smile. And he reaches down and you can hear the clattering of what sounds like weapons. And he brings up 3 or maybe 4, I'm going to say 4, what looks like silvered short swords. And a set of 10 silver-tipped arrows.
Oh, okay.
He then reaches down and brings up a small sack of it looks quite heavy. And it sounds like glass rolling together, and it looks to be 5 or 6 miscellaneous potions when you open it up. I will figure out what those are before you need them.
I love that.
Morley drinks all
look
5
how
immediately.
shiny. Oh, they're all different colours.
Yeah, none of them look to be health potions that you can see.
Ooh, it's like a lolly mix.
Exciting.
So I hope
Nice,
that's
that
good
was a
enough
good
for
deal.
you. 750
750 gold mix. Please.
yeah.
Mr. Brian.
Yeah.
I'm going to slap Brian on the shoulder, rattling his bones, and just go, "Good man, Brian. This is very impressive indeed. I knew you wouldn't let us down. Extraordinary."
And he nods and just says, Brian.
Yes, Brian. All right, let's go.
He's like one of them fish and chip shops that's got like those packs on the front. There's like 2 chicken burgers, 3 fish, just give the chips, 1 power fritter, 750 gold.
And the candles that are inside his little shop start flickering out, and he walks out behind just a small curtain behind the counter. You can just hear him off in the distance. Brian.
Oh, that was great.
My God, what a haul! It was a haul video.
Look at these.
With them mukbang and eggs.
Let's vlog this and have a mukbang with the potions.
You step out of his store, and it looks to be starting to rain at this point now. It sounds like almost like there's a storm starting to gather around you. The small neon sign on the tree is gone, and you look behind you to see no sign of Brian's store or the door that was there.
Oh, Morley's going to see if he can quickly change into his new outdoor adventure gear.
Yeah.
His rug branded outdoor adventure gear.
Like, you guys, all of you get into your gear as well as Irina and Ismark, and you all look kind of ridiculous. You've all got exactly the same, coloured rug exterior to your warm weather gear.
This might not be the... No one might get this, but does anyone know what I mean when we're like the Von Trapp family now? No?
From Sound of Music.
From Sound of Music, they made them all the same. They made them all close out of curtains.
Oh.
We're like the Von Trapp family singers now.
Yes.
For Barovia and for the darkness and with the rain pouring down and with everything that you've seen, you guys right now are the brightest light that Barovia has seen for some time.
Conspicuous.
We're like superheroes, rug-themed superheroes.
I can't wait to go marching into Ravenloft with one dogs and a
Like
bright
a
rug.
Turkish rug.
This is like when the Fellowship got all their elven cloaks with the leaf clasp.
It's just like that. It's just
You know
like
what?
that.
I hope if when we go to Ravenloft, there's a room with all these tapestries and rugs and stuff, and we can just lie down on the
Oh
ground,
yes.
and he will
blend
walk
in.
above us, won't even notice us, and then stab him.
With our 4 swords.
Oh yeah, so
Four at once.
who gets the silvered short swords? That's, I guess, something that needs to be... Is it just one each
I
for
thought
you
they
guys?
were for
or?
the skeletons, but they're for... Okay. Because everyone's got magic weapons.
Yeah,
I've
I
already
don't
got a
need equivalent.
sunblade.
Morley, so let's just say you guys have gone and you're all kitted up and you've started heading towards the crossroads. You're having this conversation about the short swords. Morley, you say, yeah, well, I've got the sunblade. And you go to pat your side and it's not there.
What the fuck? You can't do this to me.
And you start panicking and you start patting down all your different pockets. You swore you had it on your side and you're searching through the carriage. It's gone.
Guys,
What are you looking for, Morley?
this is terrible. This is the worst news I could think of right now, apart from a death. I've lost my magical sunblade.
You've lost...
It's gone. The hilt.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh God, this is terrible. Who? There was. Oh my God, that fucking dirty fucking Stanny. He's taking it from me. He had his hands all over me last night.
Oh, did he?
Yes. He kept
What
patting
time?
me
What
down.
time is it?
God.
At this point, it's probably 7 o'clock. It's going to take you 2 hours to get to the crossroads to meet Casimir.
Oh.
Well, there's no turning
on,
back
Ma-
now.
Isn't there? Like, American, don't you have like a spell to find an item or something? Do you have something like that?
Yes, I do, but I haven't prepared it today.
Oh, damn it.
We
Let's
are
have a long
fucked
rest.
without this. Do you understand? Fucked.
Yeah, we need that. That's our main vampire killing thing.
And the ruby. And the amulet of Bill.
Yeah, the amulet of Bill is great as well, but we haven't tried it.
It's literally a sword made of sunlight. It feels like that'd be a good thing.
Bill,
I'm going to check all my pockets.
Bill, you check to make sure your amulet is still there, and it's still there. That's fine. The rest of you start searching feverishly. I'm not going to get you to roll because it's not anywhere on your bodies. It's not in this carriage. The sun sword has been taken.
Taken. By Aragal. I tell you now, he kept patting me and I thought it was weird at the time, but I let it go because I was trying to be all chummy with him. But I'm a rogue. I know how this works.
Well, I thought you would have, but
Classic
you've just been
misdirection.
rogued. You've been out-rogued.
Oh, it was...
And
this isn't good, Baron.
we'll take a break here.
Oh, rip.
Wow.
You can't do that to me.
Hey, I rolled. I rolled for it. There was a very good chance
Nice.
that it wasn't going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is an absolute kick in the sack.
Yeah, we're going
Not great.
to have
not
to
great
burn
for
down their
us.
village now, and this is not
And
fair.
murder them all. Except the Dusk Elves. We'll reclaim it for the Dusk Elves.
Yeah.
We'll whip them all.
Yeah, this is the final straw.
We'll
Of
go
one
and
straws.
we'll go put them all in the lake.
Oh shit!
Yeah. That's cool.
It's like Bluto was onto something.
He's done fucked up. There we go.
No.
Oh, we're gonna need Belle back, actually. Like, let's go get another toy and start luring children out of the fucking camp.
I was-
them hostage.
I was really, really tempted, but I thought it was probably going too far. Of Aragal having given back a fake diamond as well. I was going to do because you took it without checking it. You just trusted him blindly, and I thought that's it. The worst thing about that is you're only ever going to get it out again when someone's dead, and it was a fake. It's like, oh well. So no, I thought that might have gone one
Bill
step
would
too
have
far.
bitten the diamond to check how hard it is.
As we
Yeah.
all do when we receive a diamond.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
a real.
I was at the time.
Or
I
your
was
teeth
really
shattered.
surprised you just took it without any qualms. You were just like, done.
I thought the choice was going to be either a diamond, getting the diamond back, or the other stuff, and they were trying to keep the diamond.
Yeah.
It didn't even enter my mind that they might trick me.
Yeah.
No, we've been conned by the best. There's no shame
Well,
in
should
being conned by the
yeah.
best.
Yeah, that's another Simpsons.
We were
Yeah.
beaten by the best.
If we go back and say, "Hey, you've got our fucking magic sword," they'd be like, "No, I don't."
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
No, I could prepare that locate object spell if I need to.
How long does
I'm
it take
still trying to figure
prepare?
out- Pardon?
How long does it take to prepare?
I can switch out my spells every long rest.
That's what I
Oh,
said. We just have a rest right now.
were
Like,
you
have a
planning
nap.
to put that on until this occurred? Like you've already finished your long rest.
What I'm
Is that a bit of
what
meta
I'm-
gaming there?
No, I said I haven't said I've gotten it.
Hmm.
I even said I hadn't got it just before, just because I'm
tomorrow,
currently
right?
now trying to decide which spells I would have prepared because I didn't know which ones to prepare because I do it based on the season I roll. So I'm like, oh, I'll prepare the spells in the break. So I have to figure out what spells I'm preparing now. It's always so hard to choose.
Yeah, I switched out one of my cantrips because that's something they added to wizards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Change
pretty
your
good.
cantrips at a long rest.
I'm so sure I'm playing my character wrong. Like, they keep adding new rules, so it's like, oh, I probably have a bunch of
I want
stuff.
to look into that potion thing because there was rules on it before Xanathar came out.
Yeah.
Can
and
I
they
put,
were
like...
pretty prohibitive, really.
I have
Potion
got
brewing
a
and
chat
ingredient
message that I've
gathering.
sent. Can you see the text message I sent in the chat?
Oh, what? I don't even know where the chat... Oh, here we go. Toggle the chat. Oh, yeah, but that's Xanathar's, though, right? So...
But is that...
Oh, downtime revisited.
We made up the rules before Xanathar's came out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was extremely vague before that, so I guess they tried to clarify it. And here it's saying a healing potion takes 1 whole day to make and costs 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, it's for like
I love
rich
how-
people.
Like, for some of these other ones, it takes several weeks.
But surely,
how
like,
much-
a druid should be able to... Like, that would be just for anyone to make it, right? You're a goddamn druid.
No, you have to be
No.
proficient in it.
You have to be
Oh,
proficient with the
wow.
herbalism kit to even create them at all.
I think that is a really shitty... Like, what? You just, like... Are you meant to, like, do the work, prepare it, and then go off for the day, and then come back and it's brewed or something?
I feel like you're meant to spend a whole day of your character's life making it. That's the
I
impression
mean, that's
get.
even worse.
Yeah, it's in downtime. So, like, probably
Yeah,
between
yeah.
adventures, you make a bunch of
Yeah, I guess they're like
potions.
downtime. You might be mincing around a city for 2 weeks or something, and the DM just says, "Yeah, you can make like 10 healing potions."
But I mean, I don't know. I think it's a bit shit
For-
because
yeah,
surely
for something
people want
that's
to
not
make
that
stuff
good.
mid-campaign as well, right? Like,
Yeah, I also
Although-
don't think you don't really build in a lot of downtime in campaigns.
no, and I
We've been
guess
here for like 5 days.
I guess in most campaigns you're near a city that has like a fully stocked like arsenal of things that you can just buy and stuff, but not so much the case when it comes to Barovia.
Yeah. I guess, like, if you wanted to be, like, super following the rules, you'd be like, you guys take a week off from adventuring. What do you do? And I'm like, I make health potions every day.
Boy, oh boy, it
Yeah.
sure was a big chore to take out all those guys at the Abbey. Let's chill out for a week to let the nightmares
Yeah.
disappear.
There's other things like jewelry and stuff like that. People, I guess they've added more downtime stuff.
Look,
but,
I'm always down for rule of cool, so I don't want to slow it down because you want some potions. You rolled really well. You got all the stuff you need to do it. If you want to just sort of sit away brewing in the back of the carriage for a while, we can make sure that you have three potions by the time you get halfway through the day or something.
Yeah, and I think
Sure.
that they make those rules because they think, well, what's the worst case scenario of someone like spamming the shit out of this
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we haven't really done that? I think at most we would want to be always having 1 potion per person, just in case of
Yeah.
an emergency.
They have to make the rules
Yeah,
knowing that people will try to abuse them.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's so true.
And it is just a guide. It is just a guide. So I'm happy. Yeah. I mean, the other thing I could do is like literally give you some of those potions that Brian gave you and just make them into, I don't know. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at. Let's have a look. There must be a potion table somewhere, right? I want to take a look and see if I can figure out what potions you guys have got from Brian. That could be a fun little thing that I do while we take a little break. We've got a question from LARP Kiwi, because of course we do. If you could choose an NPC to be on the next wave of cards, obviously we've got our first set of trading cards coming out that are based on the initiative cards that Shannon created for us. But for the next set, if there was an NPC that could be on one of the cards, who would you want and why?
So I don't know who's on the current set.
Basically all us 5.
Oh, okay.
So the DM, American, Baron, Morley, and Bill.
Easy then. Davian. every day.
Okay.
What about Davian's son? Famous,
Come on, please.
famously going to be the new
Tom
ruler
City.
of Malarkey.
Oh,
Top of-
Davian's son, who doesn't have a funny voice.
Top of Adam's list, Davian. Bottom of Adam's list, Davian's son. Of all the NPCs.
In the chat, is there any suggestions?
Not yet. Oh wait, Squish does say, "Oh my freaking knees!" So I think he's keen to bring in
Silda.
Yeah, Dildar. I was planning on just having Dildar's knees.
I'm just going to grab the DMG. Just 1 second.
I would just pick Irina. She's been there for us for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I should probably do that.
You're like, actually, oh yeah, Irina was my first thought.
My in-game love. Yeah, maybe her.
I'm just trying to find a good potion table.
So I got these 10 arrows, silvered arrows. I think you guys should have them.
I'm the archer of the group, so I'm keen for some of those.
Yeah. Do they work in a crossbow? Is that a different thing?
They are bolts that you need for crossbows.
And I've already got silvered crossbow bolts.
What? Came equipped.
Dean,
Okay,
give me
well,
some.
American, you take them all. And I'll keep the 4 short swords. With
I could
all
give
my
a few
4
to-
top.
The skeletons use bows and arrows, don't they? Or are they crossbows?
They do. They can all shoot at once.
Now,
They should have some.
when it comes to these arrows, the
How many do you
same as with the crossbow bolts that Morley has. They can break, they can be lost, so be careful with them. You do have a limited number of them.
Okay. How many skeletons do you have?
10 currently.
Oh, dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How many arrows should we share out among the skeletons?
I'd say maybe you have 5 and then the skeletons can have 5.
They
Or,
can have half an arrow each.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, who else? What other D&D cards?
Ismark.
Yeah, I was going to say Isma.
Good mark?
Skid marks.
He'll just be leaving the lab. Sorry, he'll be leaving the toilet for
Yeah.
our
Toilet.
American viewers. He'll be leaving the toilet, like pulling his pants up. The very
What a closet.
satisfied look on his face.
What about Ismark's dad?
he was a big player in this one, wasn't he? Just this perfectly built homemade coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, really well made. I think that's
Really, really well made coffin.
well serviceable.
Yeah.
They had a great house too.
Yeah, I think Ismark would have to be a card, right? If we were having for sure.
Dory?
And maybe not for the first round, but I would love to see a Billy Goblin card at some point.
Billy Goblin, of course. Yeah, I need to figure out the best way, like what we're going to do for the next set. Whether it's going to be themed after the campaign that we're currently playing, which obviously Curse of Strahd, or if we just go for a wide selection of just getting Dicey favorites from things like Brain on a Rope and stuff like. I like Brain on a Rope as my favorite NPC. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Make it fun like that.
sexy
Some
dancing.
in-jokes.
What was the dancing sexy zombie?
Brian.
Barry?
Barry.
Barry. Well, there was a Brian though. There was another Brian zombie. This is our second one.
I thought this was there?
No.
No, you're the first Brian.
Yeah, you're Brian.
I thought I named one Brian as well. It's like we've had a few Brians.
Getting Dicey conspiracy theory.
Yeah, everyone's Brian.
They're all the same person, just at different points in time.
Bruce Willis kind of Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
style.
Willies. Well,
So his far into the future, he's running a magic shop as a zombie.
right. Yeah, because I guess canonically Barry has left to dance around.
That's
He's-
right. You
he's
set him
become
off.
sentient.
Yeah.
I kept him as a zombie for more than a year, and we decided like he can go and spread joy around the planet.
That sounds pretty
Do
good.
the magic of dance.
Yeah.
I've landed on one potion. So, do you guys want to know the potions now, or as when we kick back into it? Probably when we kick back into it, eh? I'll put a little mark next to some of these. Otherwise, I'll mention them now, and then they'll just be out of nowhere later on. Okay, we'll do that. Sorry, carry on. Sorry for interrupting.
Do you guys want to know them now or later? Later sounds good, right? I think you guys go for later. Do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we landed on the same on this. That was good.
Jesus. Yeah.
By the way, chat, if there's a potion that you'd like me to give the players, let me know as well. I'm at the point where I'm just like, let's make this fun. You guys haven't had any.
They'll give us like the chat will give us like potion of diarrhea. Or
like
something.
random
Well,
origins.
they will now.
Random origins. First suggestion was poison.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I wanted to bring something up in the break.
Oh, okay.
Early on, when you
Now's
did
the
that
time.
cut scene to the hands
Oh yeah.
coming up from the soil, I said Cesar Romero over here, and I thought, am I thinking of the right guy? Now he played the Joker. In the
Yeah.
original Batman. I mean, who directed all
George
those zombie
Romero?
films? George
Yeah.
Romero.
I thought you're not having a go at because Cesar Romero is also dead.
Deep
Just
cut. No.
he also
I got the
famously
wrong
came back to
person.
life.
What?
All right, George Romero, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But I accidentally said the Joker from the original Batman.
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
and
Sorry for-
Burgess Meredith both emerge. You know Burgess Meredith.
Burgess
He played the
Meredith?
penguin in that show,
Ah, Burgess
and he
Meredith.
also he's the Rocky's trainer in the first Rocky movie.
Wow. What a good looking
Piece
man.
of shit.
What a good looking man.
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah, very not like how I imagined the penguin to be an absolute mongrel.
Now I have to look him up.
Don't look at him
Well,
as
probably
the
at
penguin.
different stages in his life.
Yeah, look at his headshot, his glamour shot.
Oh yeah. Solid 65 out of 100.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Burgess
Oh, we don't need to-
Meredith.
There
This
it
is
is.
now
Just
the
saying-
Burgess Meredith chat.
He was just better looking than I would have assumed is all.
We
I'm like,
we
oh my
keep
God,
it
I
current
can't-
with our pop culture references.
Yeah.
What a
Is he
fucking
also-
looker.
It's
Is
only-
he
it's
also
only 'cause
dead?
He must be.
No, he's
I was gonna say
now
that.
200. You've
I've
seen
got
Rocky?
a-
Yeah, that's a good movie.
He died in
got a-
1997.
Oh, there we have it. Rest in peace, Burgess.
It's because our reference point for the penguin is Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That's why.
Is it?
Even the cartoon penguin was modeled after Danny DeVito's penguin.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We need a modern day penguin. That's it.
I mean, I
Villain they
grew up
haven't
with
used.
this Batman TV show before that.
Live Kiwi says the
movie
best thing
came.
about the original Joker actor is he refused to shave his mo, so you can see the paint is just caked on. I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing
I've
that
heard
as
that.
a kid.
I remember
Of the
reading
Joker,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that one.
Great bit of
The
trivia.
TVs were not that great back then.
But also that works. Like the Joker's crazy. He just cake it on top of a mustache. Like that just
Yeah,
works.
that's fair. That is fair.
No one's that crazy. Come on.
Who would play the penguin in a 2021 remake? of
Aren't they-
Batman
isn't-
Returns?
Isn't Penguin coming? Oh no, it's Riddler. I think is in the next Batman movie.
Jim Carrey,
Oh.
Sandy Riddler, I'll recognise.
The guy in the guy in Gotham was quite good, I thought.
Yeah, Random was saying the same. Gotham TV show had a modern penguin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I've chosen the 4 potions. I think this is going to be fun. I think that's good.
The end of that flight of fancy.
I've
Oh,
got
you
a
mean keep
D&D
going?
question.
Okay.
I'm just trying to choose my spells, and I want to know if ice counts as water, because it's technically frozen water,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be
read what it-
gotcha'd by
read-
preparing a spell that does something to water, and then you go, no, it's ice.
Read what it says.
It is cool. Well, I don't want to spoil it if I don't have to, but
not
I was going to
ice.
prepare,
Well, can
create,
you-
or just.
Uh,
I was going to prepare, create, or destroy water. Now, ice is water that's frozen, but is it water or is it?
I think
What could it affect gaseous water?
yeah,
Like
steam.
You can destroy fog.
Oh, well,
so
then yeah.
Okay.
if
yeah,
it
then
works on
yes.
fog,
If it works on fog, then
What
it
about
works on
plasma?
that's a
I've added
separate
Burgess
spell.
Meredith to the D&D cards.
Okay, good.
ice. Okay, good. That's a good one.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I checked that because I didn't want to.
If
prepare
it
something
didn't
that was
specify like
worthless.
fog, then I would have probably said no. But because look, if it does fog, then it means
wanna
no
ask
matter the form. Water is water, no
What's
matter
the
the form.
chat? What's the chat's take on that?
Techno Demon, who hi by the way, I haven't said hello. Thank you for joining us. Techno Demon says water is water, no matter the form.
Okay.
Random says it can destroy but not create. I don't know. Plasma is no longer water. This is Larp Kiwi. The atoms disassociate from the electrons, so they don't bind together. So if it was a plasma version, then no.
I really hope plasma doesn't come up. But actually, that's a good point. I think you can only create water, but you can destroy water or fog. So that's a good point by Random.
Yeah. Techno Demon says he's a DM of 15 years, and he's saying like water is water no matter the form. So look, rule of cool. I've learnt my ways, Joe. Okay, I'm not going to just. Okay, I've learnt not to just shoot down or augment a spell that you've done because I think that I'm right. So if it sounds cool, it'll.
It's a place
happen.
for rules lawyers in my heart.
Yeah. Larp Kiwi says, "What if it's in someone's body?"
Yeah, just instant death.
Man, John, you need to get some CRC for that seed of yours, bud.
Sorry. I just fixed it on the weekend too. But not the squeaking. It was
You mean the weekend that was yesterday?
Yep. Not the squeak. I didn't fix the squeaking.
Oh, all right, okay.
It was like leaning to one side.
Ah, okay. I was gonna make a joke that it was Casimir's chair creaking at one point. It was all part of the Foley.
He totally would have
It
a
was
creaky
in his
chair in his
hovel.
hovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, disgusting.
All right, well let's get back into it.
Those are supposed to be Casimir's hips. That's what they sound like. It's going to be a boon having him with us on this mountain climb.
Well,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be going if it wasn't for him.
Yep. I need to watch Cliffhanger again.
We just to check in with everyone. The only reason we're going up the mountain is to right a wrong on sort of Casimir's behalf, right? There's nothing in it for us.
No.
Well, no. That is the place that Strahd did his pact, so we might be able to figure out a way to break the pact.
Right.
So
Where
this
it
could be
was
massive
created.
for you guys. This could
Right,
be
so
a
okay.
huge thing for you
Okay.
guys.
I was like, oh, yeah, I guess we'll do it. It sounds pretty bad what happened.
Yeah. No, this could be big.
Whatever we get from there, though, I'm sure that the Vistani will steal it from our fucking pocket.
Well, that's just a theory, I will say. Out of character, I'm assuming that all the touching and the manhandling there was a bit of a thieving going on, because that's their reputation.
You've just
But-
been profiling. You're cancelled.
In
How dare
game,
you?
I absolutely have been. Yeah,
You've been
enraged.
caught up in all the racism. That's the problem. This is what's going.
Oh my God,
This-
Molly's
this is
gonna have to do
all,
a full retraction on Twitter. He's gonna have to get his notes app out to be screenshotting his apologies.
Yeah. Although, we can blame that one racist guard. He started it.
Greg.
This is all Greg's
Imagine
fault.
if we found out it was fucking Greg that stole it. though.
Oh, he wouldn't have the IQ.
That's what he wants you to think.
I mean, when was the last time
Prestige.
When was the last time you even checked that you had the sun sword as well? I mean,
Oh my god.
5 minutes
ago.
before we left, I actually checked. And it was there.
Yeah,
I didn't say it, but I did, so I better have had it then.
Yeah. I
By the way, in case it comes up later, I'm always checking all of my things, just all the time.
all the time I'm
It's-
petting my pockets
It's
all
a
the
bit
time.
of it's just a nervous tick. All right.
Yeah.
DM.
But I
It's like
checked.
Bill's just doing this.
Your constant checking is only as good as your passive perception. So, yeah. That's
I
what I'm
just
going
I'm
to
looked
do.
up-
actively doing it.
Patting perception.
I looked up
Oh, what are you looking at?
the locate object spell, and it has to be within 1,000 feet. So we can get within 1,000 feet of the Stani camp later, sometime.
My question is, Joe, would you have... Because you guys have already set off when you found out about this. Would you have prepared that spell if I had not mentioned anything about the Sun Sword?
I already said I haven't prepared it. That's
thought
what I
you-
said in
I
character. I,
thought
said
you-
I haven't prepared
Oh,
it.
okay.
And I have not prepared it, so
Okay,
I'll have
okay,
to wait
cool.
until another long
We'll
rest
have to
goes
do
and
it on the way
prepare
back,
it
right?
Okay, cool.
intentionally for that purpose.
Doesn't it
So
only
no.
take you like an hour to prepare?
Long
It's
rest is when
during
I
a long
change my
rest.
spells.
Yeah. So that... what's happening? You've just found out that the Sun Sword is missing. Are you still just continuing through Svalich Woods to get to Casimir?
I feel like we need that sword. That is very important to killing Strahd.
We're not going to go
Seconded.
and kill Strahd right now. We're going to go look at the temple. It can wait. We don't want to let Casimir down.
I
Yeah,
would
and
rather
also-
let Casimir down than not ever see this again. This is absolutely...
Here's the
Critical.
thing. If we go back there with no proof and no way to detect it, we're going to say, hey, you took that sword. And he's going to be like, what sword? The end. And then we're going to get in a big fucking argument. And
Yes.
But he would have fucking hidden, like buried it or something immediately. He's not going to be having it in his pocket.
Just have patience, Molly. I have a spell that's perfect for this. We can do it tomorrow.
You promise me you'll use your spell then to locate it.
Of course.
Yeah, we need that. That is the best thing we've got, apart from you, Molly. You know, it would be nothing without you. But,
It's better
Wow.
than me, but let's be honest.
I mean, yeah.
I can go and you can just use the sword. How about that?
It's basically the fifth party member. Let's
Yes.
be honest.
Along with the amulet of Bill.
I mean, it even emotes. Like, it's worthy.
Wouldn't it have like sent out like a throbbing to me or something? Wouldn't it?
It only does that when you're like holding it or
Stroking it.
yeah.
You feel a throbbing shaft on your leg.
I thought that was arrogant. I just thought he was really loving the story.
He really played you. He pretended he liked your stories.
But he was only
And he was
after
just
my
after you.
shaft. Oh,
Yes.
a story as old as time.
Do you think he
When
was?
I
I've
his
been at
hand
sea
down
a
your
long
pocket.
time. I know this sort of behavior.
Okay. The conversation and the tone in the carriage on the way through Svalich Woods is pretty dark towards Aragel, who you believe to be the one that has taken the Sun Sword. The 4 potions in the little bag that Brian gave you. Let me just you sort of take it some time to who's carrying, who wants to be the person who's holding on to these. Let's go with Bill. Bill, you've got that sack and you're pulling out these potions. The first one you pull out, looks really black and thick and heavy in the container. And you notice that despite looking thick and heavy, when you're rolling it around inside the little glass bauble, it's the movement is so slick, and you recognize it instantly as the oil of slipperiness. This oil can make things incredibly slippery. So applying the oil would take, if you were to apply it to a creature of some sort, like yourself, maybe, it would take about 10 minutes. And you would gain the effect of a freedom of movement spell for about 8 hours. Well, until that wore off.
Freedom of Scotsman.
But you have to put this slick crap all over you.
You've got to just cover yourself in it. Yeah.
No,
It's like Hakan. Street Fighter 4 reference.
It's like
Sorry.
The next one that you see in is for a liquid. It almost looks like a gas, and that gives it straight away. This is the potion of gaseous form. So you gain the effect of a gaseous form for an hour without any concentration required, or until you end the effect. So this can basically turn you into a fog, and you can move like fog, or pour yourself like water, as it says here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I thought
just
you were going to say it was
wanna say-
amyl nitrate.
I always knew I was a tall drink.
Potion of gaseous form sounds perfect for Ismar.
He reaches over. I'll take that.
It's good for what ails you.
The third potion. The red in the potion's liquid continuously contracts down to a tiny bead and then expands to color the clear liquid around it. So it's like a liquid that's red, but the redness shrinks down to a small bead and then pops back to fill that the liquid back with that reddish color. And you shake the bottle and it doesn't seem to stop or interrupt that process. This one is the potion of diminution, which gives you the reduce effect of the enlarge reduce spell for up to 1d4 hours. So you drink the potion, roll a d4, and that's how many hours you stay in the reduced size.
Is that like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
So he shrinks down to a tiny little bill.
yeah.
Or Morley.
Whoever drinks it. The last one is a yellow fluid, and it's streaked with black, and it just seems to just be swirling all by itself. And this is the potion of speed. So you gain the effect of the haste spell for a minute after drinking this potion.
Cool.
So you have 4 very, very interesting potions at your disposal now.
We should spike Strahd's drink with the shrink spell and then stand on him.
Yes.
It'll get lost in your bowl of cornflakes or something,
And it's red, so he'll think it's blood.
Yes.
We can put it in his chateau de
And it's
Stomp.
getting tiny and huge and tiny. Does it happen when you pour it out?
Yeah. There's nothing that stops this. If you were to pour that into something, the same effect of that contraction of its color, and then it's bursting back to filling the liquid, would continue to happen.
Bit of a
He won't
giveaway.
know.
It's a bit of a
No,
game.
yeah,
it's
probably-
red.
he's a
It's
dummy.
red. It's red, and he'll be drinking
Oh,
red.
red, my favorite color.
Exactly.
It's not.
It'd be like if
It's not suspicious. It's so small. It's back to normal.
Oh, it is fun game.
I cannot resist.
it would be like if I poured some Pinot Noir into a Merlot. You wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
My Pinot Noir is shrunk.
Why would it be shrinking? Because you're not
My
going to see
mil-
like red.
The potion keeps shrinking.
Just the
Into
color
the
of
bottle.
the color of the potion does. So it's like it's a
Oh.
red potion, but its color, the color contracts down, leaving a clear liquid all around it, and then the color pops back to.
I thought the liquid was going down and up.
Okay. Okay. You're onto something, Molly. Sorry we mocked you so openly.
I
That's
still,
okay. I'm used to it.
Oh no!
don't worry, I still think it's ridiculous. It's okay. It's all right.
Sorry, the oil of slipperiness. What was the name of the spell?
I just closed everything.
It's fine.
No, it is.
Is it grease?
It gains the
Freedom
effect of a freedom of movement spell
Freedom of
for
movement.
8 hours. So if you're going to lube up with this
Whoa.
thing, you better be prepared to stay slippery for a wee while.
You're taking
Are the rest of the-
trip
are the
to
rest of them 1
Slippery
hour?
Town.
It would actually make your life a living hell after its initial use wore off. You just be like, oh, god damn, as you drop your 5th glass of the day.
Just like,
Are the rest of them all 1 hour?
there was one that was 1d4 hours. So Potion of Speed was for 1 minute. The Potion of Diminution was for 1d4 hours. And Gaseous Form was for 1 hour.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, so yeah, the potion container seems to hold fog that moves and pours like water, which is pretty cool. You don't pour like water, just the potion does. Okay, so you have spent 3 hours fuming over this Lost Sun Sword and taking in these potions. American, you've also been working feverishly. You've probably made like one of these potions of healing by now. Bill?
I'm just going to ask who wants what. There's 4 of us. There's 4 potions. People want a potion.
What does the fog one do again? I'll take that.
I'll give you the fog one.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Feel free to
Gassy.
add that to
The
your
gaseous.
inventory. Yeah. Potion of Gaseous Form.
I want to be slippery.
Slipperiness goes to you, American.
Grease me up.
Grease me up.
Just down to it immediately. Slide around.
That's our second Simpsons reference of the night. We're actually over our quota now.
We're at 3, actually.
Yeah, we have
Fuck
to.
is it? So Baron, Potion of Diminution or Potion of Speed?
I want the munition.
Surely you'd be
Diminution.
all about the speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you'd be like, oh,
Loves
speed.
the speed.
Speed, but it just makes you faster. I don't want
That's
to
what
walk.
River Phoenix had outside the Viper Club, wasn't it?
You should have had a potion of diminution instead.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Baron
Unless
Phoenix.
you want the diminution, because I don't want you to just be left with the final one that no one wants.
No, I've just mind tricked you all. That's actually the potion that I wanted to have at the end of this.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, what a master.
You guys, after 3 hours of travel, have made it to the crossroads with Casimir standing there wearing very similar clothes to what he was wearing last night. Not looking at all ready for the climate you're about to move into, but obviously the ring of warmth on his finger is keeping him protected for the travels ahead. He waves you down and points sort of towards the south, and you can see the tree line and the fog rolling through the woods here. You can see further down and past through the thick fog this enormous mountain range to the south. The first time you've really taken a look in that direction, and definitely the first time I realized I had to tell you it was there. So Casimir says, I'm glad you could make it. I was starting to worry that I had put my faith in the wrong people, but you are here. You don't look very happy. Is everything all right?
We're basically on time, aren't we?
Well, it's about 20 past 9, but then it's fine.
I didn't leave my sword in your hut last night, did I? In your lovely home.
No, there was... No, you didn't, nothing was left. Nothing was left. Are you missing something, Morley?
Yes, I had a sword. I can't seem to find it.
I'm sorry to hear. You all look well equipped. Is there something special about that sword?
No?
Well then,
Yes?
Okay.
It's sentimental. Sentimental value. It was given to me by... I mean, to you it might look like a broken hilt, but to me it's much more.
and his eyes like widen. A broken hilt. the sword was just a broken hilt. Have
Yeah,
you?
that's right.
Was there anything special about this?
Just a hilt, Casimir.
Oh. Tut tut.
Um,
I'm
roll,
going to shoot him a disapproving glance.
roll me.
I'm gonna send a message to Morley to say, I think maybe we can trust him. But I'm not gonna like out Morley.
I will
front
get.
of-
I will get a deception roll from you though.
All right. Pretty good at this. Pretty good at lying. 24.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good at lying. And yeah, okay, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. I mean, seems weird to be upset over a hilt, but I mean, if it was sentimental, if it's sentimental, it's sentimental.
I think it's weird to, be... Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to Morley, I think maybe we can trust him. He seems like he knows something about the hilt. Perhaps we can go back and get it and go with him.
I'm going to
Maybe you could help.
message. I'm going to message Bill back and say, maybe, Bill, maybe, but not just yet. Not just yet. Not until we spend a bit more time with him.
Casimir says it's going to be about 3 hours of travel before we reach the bottom of the path up Mount Gaseous. Sorry. But there will not be room for this carriage once we take that trail. It'll be a solid 8 or 9 hours of traversing the mount before we reach the gateway. Are you guys ready for this?
You can see we're all rugged up.
You guys look fantastic. You guys, yeah, you can see that you're
Yeah,
all
we go
wearing nice warm gear. Mentally, it is going to be quite treacherous.
No, probably not mentally, but
I love that. The start of this epic adventure. Are you guys ready for this? No, probably not.
For you to have lasted as long as you have in Barovia, for you to have gone through the perils that I am sure you have undoubtedly been through, nothing is going to prepare you for what is at the Amber Temple. If the rumors are true. If this is truly the House of the Dark Ones, this could be. I just don't know if we're all going to make it out alive.
oh, what a hell of a pep talk! I didn't realize the Dark Ones actually live there.
Yeah, what do you mean by the House of the Dark Ones?
Well, this was where Strahd made his bed. You didn't just think they had a little meetup at a
They're
temple.
still there.
Well, I don't. The rumors are this is where the Dark Ones remain. I don't know the truth if that is still accurate. It has been 100 years since that pact was made.
Oh, God.
It sounds very perilous indeed. And Casimir, I had a frightful dream of woe as well. Watch out for big birds.
Her dreams are eerily accurate.
There have been tales of a giant rock that's ROC without a K.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Living up in Mount Gaseous. Sorry.
Why do you say it like that every time?
Yeah, you keep cracking yourself up there. What was
I
it-
just
what was
think
his
it's
name?
a funny word.
Casimir?
I like how it plays on my mouth. No, yes, there are tales of many large creatures up in the mountainous area. One of a winged creature and one of a horned beast. But I have never seen these with my own eyes.
A horned beast. God, like a big bear. Is it with horns, or
Like
is
a-
it like a
Like a big goat.
That's the animal
or
you go
something.
to?
Like a big goat or something.
goat? A goat. Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Or an elephant?
Just sounds like a big elk. Do you know what an elk is, Casimir?
A big horned beast like a bear. That's
Notorious,
bear.
notorious for having horns.
I was thinking of a big
With
beast,
horns.
like a bear with horns.
Look,
Yeah,
A
yeah.
bear with horns.
Classic. That's what I was thinking first too. Big
Oh,
horns.
so okay. What big beast lives in the mountains in your mind? What's your go-to?
A rhinoceros.
In the mountains, get
With a horn.
Get out of here. There's no rhinos in the mountains. We all know that. Get yourself to the zoo, man. Get on Wikipedia.
Don't take us back to the zoo. Okay.
Anyway, okay. I'm having this crisis of confidence ever since Bill's message and American was kind of nudging me, and now that we're hearing about the House of the Dark Ones, I'm gonna. Casimir, the sword I mentioned before. I wasn't quite honest with you. It's a sword that was given to me. Well, we found it in a ruin. It is a sword that emits sunlight, and that's why I didn't want to say anything because it's very special to me.
I knew it.
You obviously know something about it.
Sergei's sword.
Yes.
And you've lost it.
I haven't lost it. It was taken from me.
Aragel. I'm sure it had to have been Aragel.
That's what I thought as well, Casimir. Let's go get it from... And Morley's getting excited and he's like looking around trying to get American on board because American's one of the big detractors of doing this. And Morley's like, let's go get it now. Shall we go back there and demand the sword back?
You can see that he wants to continue off to help his do what he believes is bring his sister back. We can head. Yes, it'll take us, a few hours to get there, and we won't make it to the gateway by the end of the day if we go back. That's for sure.
That's a no then. It sounds like we can't do that then.
No. This isn't. By the way, this isn't me as the DM saying don't do it. This is me trying to show you that this character is clearly bound to this thing that he wants to do. If you guys want to go back to the camp, I am not going to stop you from doing that. I'm definitely not, and I'm not even going to say it's a bad idea. I'm just going to say it's up to you guys to decide what you want to do, and we can do whichever one you want.
I think only one of us wants to go back to the camp. And I'm happy to have my character be really keen to do that, but be outvoted.
On the one hand, it's a weapon of great power
And it has been
that
very
will aid
useful.
us against these treacherous mountains. On the other hand, delays, and we do not have the locate object spell prepared, so we're going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about how we get it back.
We'll have to intimidate him.
No, hang on a minute. I don't suppose there's any merit in you lot going on up the mountain and me trying to sneak into the camp, get the sword from it's probably in the treasure wagon, and then I'll meet you up there. I'll catch you up.
You guys go up the Death Mountain, and I'll be right back. Like, I will be right back.
Is this Adam telling me
just
he
be
wants a
some-
couple of weeks off? I feel like this.
I'll
A
get
rug
you.
man
I'll be up ahead.
sneaking around.
No worries.
All right, should we put it to a vote about whether we want to
Please.
go back or not?
Yeah.
I'm like, on the one hand, I don't want to die because Morley doesn't have a good weapon.
It has been a very good weapon as well.
We're going to the House of the Dark Ones.
Exactly. The House of the Dank Ones, did you say?
I'm neutral. If so.
Oh,
John,
thanks very much.
what is
I would
Andy.
I would much rather we had the sword.
All right.
okay? Joe,
I guess we're going
American
back.
sword.
Turning the wagon around.
Yeah, you whip that wagon around, and Casimir says, "I understand. Let's get back there." And you can only go as fast as... I think what was going to happen is the skeletons all cling onto the outside of the carriage, so you can really get there as fast as possible. You've been 3 hours out. It's another 3 hours back. And you guys return to the camp And by this time, the storm has really started kicking up. It's really pouring down at this point. You get to the camp, and the Vistani are all either tucked away in their wagons or inside their the tent, keeping themselves safe from the rain. You guys all screech. The carriage comes to a halt at the camp. Morley.
I want to put this to the crew. What if I drink my fog potion and then fog my way into the treasure wagon to have a hunt around? Can I move objects or am I like Sam from the start of the movie Ghost? He doesn't know how to hold things.
I think it's more about getting through things that you might not normally be able to get through if you were a solid form being. But feel free to look at the gaseous form spell, and that should give you details about it. Morley, I think you're probably the most eager to get the sword back. Can you give me an investigation roll? This is you sort of hanging, looking out towards the camp as you're heading up the hill, seeing what you can take in.
It's not a good investigation roll. No, it's 13 all up.
Okay, you're looking out. You're looking for signs of Aragal. You're seeing Vistanis running with coverings over their heads to get into their wagons, but none of the Vistani, none of the people you're seeing seem to be Aragal. You can't find them straight away.
Well,
I'm not looking for Aragal though. My plan was to hit the treasure wagon.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
want
Okay.
to sneak in there, Morley, and we'll
I think
distract them.
I'm presuming that we're all in the kind of wagon outside, and maybe the Vistani aren't quite alert to us being there yet, and kind of want to use this time to strategize with the crew.
How far away from this camp are you doing that? Because obviously there are guards that are always on lookout for anyone coming. If you were trying to stealth your way into this camp, you'd probably have to park quite a way away, do some very successful stealth rolls to get your way into this camp.
I'm pretty stealthy.
I say we charge right in there and demand it back immediately.
Well, that's a terrible idea. What do you say, Bill? Sorry. No, sorry.
I'll rain hellfire on their heads.
No, that was Dick.
Well, we've got some American here.
I think we should make them aware that we're missing some things, and we're not accusing.
No, we're
anybody.
accusing.
I am
But
accusing.
the last time we had them was before we entered the camp, and we left the camp, and we no longer have them.
Well, it's only
And
one
so-
thing, though, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, thing. But I guess that's what I'm saying. Just pointing out the
Too
logic of the situation to
diplomatic.
them.
I
Far too
don't think.
diplomatic. They don't deserve our diplomacy at all. They're vicious. They have a whipping tent. For my spirit's sake, let's go.
Let's not play their games. We know that they're fucking full of shit, and they'll just keep lying to our faces. Let's just go
Exactly.
in
So
there.
I don't think we can bargain with them, but I don't think we should go in and accuse them either. I think we should try and use a bit of sneaking, a bit of stealth, a bit of investigating.
Well, how about you sneak in and pick the lock, get your thing, and we'll go and accuse them, and probably that will get their attention.
You want to do both?
Yeah, well, I mean, you sneak around, so you're not
You should tell them
Ever
I've
seen?
died. You should tell them I've
Yes.
died, and I need to be
of
buried
grief.
with the sword.
I'm just rubbing the potion of slipperiness on myself. Like, what are we doing, guys? No.
Should we go in
It's
there?
gonna like slide in. I'm gonna be like a fog.
You guys tell
I'm
me.
going to be tiny.
You guys tell me what's happening.
I'm gonna go and sneak into the treasure wagon as fog.
All right. So give me a stealth roll. This is going to be for getting past the ring of
You're actually
hovels.
going as fog?
Are you going to go as fog?
My gosh, don't use our
You're burning the fog thing immediately.
Immediately.
If you go as fog, you do not need a stealth roll. You can just fog your way
Yeah.
right in.
And did we establish he can't pick anything up when he's fogged?
What is the
He'll get
spell
stuck in
say?
there.
There's no mention of that on the spell. It just says no concentration required. I can end the effect as a bonus action. The potions container seems to hold fog. That's it.
The
You
spell-
gain the effect of gaseous form for 1 hour.
Yeah, but you need the gaseous form spell.
So you transform anything along with anything it's wearing and carrying into a misty cloud for the duration. The spell ends if the creature drops to 0 hit points and an incorporeal creature isn't affected. While in this form, the target's only method of movement is a flying speed of 10 feet, so you're going very slow. The target can enter...
Along.
The target can enter and occupy the space of another creature. The target has resistance to non-magical damage, advantage on strength, dexterity, constitution saving throws. You can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks, though it treats liquids as if they were solid surfaces, so you can't go through liquids. The target can't fall and remains hovering in the air even when stunned or otherwise incapacitated. While in the form of a misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects, and any objects it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. So
That's a lot more information than I had.
you are literally just a gaseous form that can get into things, and then I guess the idea is to sneak into things and then pop back into your normal form
Why don't I
Or to
enter
escape.
Aragorn
or to escape.
and check for the
All right.
check for the
I
sword
say
on his person.
we walk right up to him, we slap him silly, we grab the hilt, we go!
Yeah, I'm with you. While Morley sneaks in, normal style, and picks the lock, grabs some treasure to make it,
As
to make it
compensation
even.
for our stress, exactly.
All right.
Grabs
I'll
the
give it a
fucking
go.
hilt
Alright.
sword, and then we go to the mountain.
Okay, so
Let's go, rug team.
Team Rug.
give me so
Yeah.
Morley, you get out of the carriage at the base of this hill, and your idea is to stealth past. The rest of the crew is heading up the hill on the carriage. I'll need to get a stealth with advantage roll from you, since the guards are checking this carriage as it's going up the hill. So this is just
Can
to
I
get
take
past.
off my?
Huh?
Can I
Clothes?
take off my? Yeah, my outdoor protective
Shh.
equipment. for
Sure.
this, so I'm more.
You're right.
You
Come
could have
on,
done
let's
that.
do this bit.
You could have done that on the ride back to the camp. Sure.
Didn't know I was going to need to take it off. Okay. All right. Stealth with advantage. It's a nat 20.
Yeah. You
28.
I say.
You are not seen at all moving past the ring of hovels around this camp. And the rest of you are in this carriage heading up the hill. What are you guys doing when you get to the top of the hill?
I'm pissed. I'm going to yell, "Where's Aragal?"
Okay, cool. Morley, since you rolled so well, I think, and with Mirakin shouting, there's enough distraction for you to make your way to this wagon. And you're confronted with the same 2 padlocks that you saw Aragal and Luvash unlock. So you've got this, you found the exact perfect wagon. It's got the 2 very heavy-duty padlocks on it. You're making some noise, Mirakin, and a face you recognize of Luvash exits out from the tent, and he's sort of shielding himself from the rain, looking out at you, and he's a bit loose on his feet as well. He's like, "Ah, you're back! Welcome! Is it time for round 2? Morley, what are you doing with this wagon?
I was wondering if I could tell me if you think this is a stupid idea. Like shimmy under the wagon and try and kind of clean the wagon out from underneath.
I mean, it's got a solid wooden base. If you, how would you? What are you trying to? How are you getting through that? Gaseous form.
I've got a I've got a crowbar on me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you
Like a crowbar up a board, and remove the board, and then just like Scrooge McDuck, like have all the treasure pour on. Oh,
I mean,
the only thing that won't fit through the gap, ironically, is the chair. I'm afraid, Baron.
do you?
I just imagine it all falls on top of you, like, poof.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to like have it all fall out, or you're just trying to wedge a big enough gap in the wood to be able to get up into the wagon? Yeah. So the ground around this wagon is just muddy and filthy from this downpour. And so you just zoom underneath this and get to work with your crowbar. Give me a strength roll. American Luvash is heading towards you, encouraging you. Yeah, you're back. Time for round 2. What are you saying in return?
What am I saying in return? I'm gonna call out Cripes. What's the guy's name?
Luvash.
Aragel.
Oh,
I'm
Aragel.
gonna say, bring us Aragel. We have quarrel with him.
Okay, back with Morley. You've rolled a 9. You're really struggling with the wood underneath this, and you can hear American shouting at Luvash about Aragel's whereabouts. And what Luvash says stops you in your tracks. He says, "You just missed him. He was off to deliver something to Strahd."
Son of a bitch.
Dickhole. Which way's that?
And we're gonna end it there.
Fuck.
That's
Oh my god.
Fuck, I'm glad we went back.
We will rain
Well-
hellfire on him.
God. So now we need to catch up with this guy and fuck him up beyond all belief.
And then we find out he was just delivering flowers, and we're like, oh, we're the bad guys.
Strahd's mother is sick.
He was just bringing him some hot soup. His mother's very ill. And now he's dead because of you.
hooray!
Yes,
The one, the one act of
my
kindness that Strahd needed to break the curse was just he needed someone to be kind to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
man.
he's double cursed.
Oh, well, there's no point in breaking into the treasure wagon now. Looks like I'm going to be rolling up covered in shit and mud. Sorry, guys, it's just having a leak. Ran back. Anyway,
At least your
let's get out of here.
outfit is still clean.
That's right.
Yeah. That did not go
It was
where
a
I was
good
expecting
plan.
it to go.
Oh, it's a good plan. I can use mold earth to get the dirt off, but I don't have mold shit. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll get that next time I level up.
Someone's got haste, haven't they?
Yeah.
So someone
Yeah.
could
Build it.
hunt down Aragel at double
Pace
speed.
for an hour or something. You can
Well, you
Benny
don't
Hill
know.
run.
You don't know how long ago he left. That's going to be
Well, we just missed him.
Wait,
I'm
you
just-
said he
I'm
just
thinking-
left.
a drunk
No,
man just
stop.
told you you just missed him.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
He knows.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This
Not
is
good. Not good.
This has prolonged the campaign by another year.
No.
Sure, at least we
We
went
were
back,
just about
though.
ready.
Jesus.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it'll matter yet. I don't know. I don't know what's coming. I literally don't know
Encouraging.
what's coming. You didn't get to what I had prepped, like really at all, which is fine.
I was getting all stoked on that mountain.
Guckies.
Now we got cookies. We didn't even manage to come up with an innuendo for it, which was a bit disappointing.
Well, I said
Did you-
Gusset immediately.
Gusset. That's
Mount
not.
Gusset.
I don't think I understand that reference.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand how
no
that's
need.
What?
The gussets are part of the underwear, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to go into the ASMR of it. Yeah,
Can I ask you a question, Reagan? Did you know before we started the session today that the Sun Sword had been swiftied?
No.
No, so it happened today.
It literally happened as you were leaving, and he reminisced about one of your stories, cracked up, patted you on your side, and then weirdly just walked away.
I did think that was weird, but I was so relieved that he was leaving.
So
Oh
it was a
my
roll of sleight of hand against your passive perception. So the alternate could have been
God.
that he rolled really badly, and you would have caught him reaching for the sun sword. So that was the other thing that could have
Whoa!
happened.
I was pleased to meet you, but
Yeah.
So it's gone directly to Strahd.
As far as you're aware.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Again, it was also the fact that you were being so chummy with him that made me realize it was something that should happen because he noticed it. He saw it. He saw it on you by hanging out with you and spending a lot of time with you.
I should have been an unsociable prick just like in real life. That was where I fell down.
That's the lesson here.
You have been told.
Listen.
You have been told that the Vistani of this camp they're kind of on Strahd's side.
I refuse to believe it though because I'm like a woke bae.
Yeah. But that was fun. That was awesome. Just because drama.
I like the idea of Morley rolling out from underneath the wagon covered in mud and crap and just being like, he what? And just everyone's like, oh god.
All stealthing for nothing.
No, it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good plan.
It made it feel
was.
like there was a chance of it succeeding. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I
Good
like
storytelling. Yeah.
It does feel like we've actually had something stolen in real life. When we found out, I was like, what? Something's missing.
How could you?
Yeah.
My home's been robbed.
Yeah, that's I kind of when I was preparing it and reading through the book and stuff, I was kind of like, it doesn't specifically say like Aragel takes the Sun Sword, but there is mention of him, kind of if he notices something that could be detrimental to Strahd, he'll do what he can to take it. So, yeah.
It was because I was telling those stories, wasn't it? Like, oh, it was this big and waving, waving my coat.
Yeah, talking about the stories and stuff. So I was really visualizing that and having him there with you, and you'd definitely get a chance to see it. I didn't think you were going to notice it missing this session, but you specifically mentioned I've got the Sun Sword. And I was like, oh shit, he's going to find out now. I thought it was going to be when you got to the Amber Temple and you're like going to fight something and you go to pull it out. And then I'm like, it's not there. That's what I was kind of foreseeing. Yeah.
The final showdown with Strahd. and I take out the Sun Sword. No, you don't because you haven't got it.
Who's holding it? Strahd's holding it.
like,
goes,
what did you want? This?
Well, the other option would have been he would have like brought it out in front of you at dinner or something like that. So I had a bunch
Cuts
of
a steak with it or something.
I had a bunch of little ideas for what might
and then I'll be
happen.
like, is there two? Oh, you've got one too.
That's just like this. Oh,
He keeps doing it with all of our magical items.
You like my amulet?
so you guys, what items have you got from the reading? You've only got the amulet and you don't have the Sun Sword now, but you had the Sun Sword, so it's just those two, right?
Yeah.
What other ones were there? There was
5 cards total, right? There was the 3 treasures, the ally, and the last one was like Strahd's location or something, I think. So I don't think you have the third
pool, silvery pool.
Yeah, I don't think you've got the third item.
I thought the silvery pool was Sergei.
Yeah, but remember you dived deep into the pool and you found the amulet at the bottom.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll remember all the things. It's you guys can just show up, whatever.
Thank you.
Okay.
God
Sorry
knows.
that you also have to remember the story.
So what do you guys think is going to happen from here? Have you guys got thoughts on what might occur at this point or what you would want to happen at this point then? Because I'm guessing you guys have no interest
at this point.
no interest in the Amber Temple now.
I feel like the chase is on now.
Yeah. Get those chase rules out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Like, good
I guess,
thing
yeah.
I prepared all my spells that I thought would help me on a mountain.
You can still go to the mountain if you want.
No, he stole something from us and he's going to Strahd. No, we have to
I
get
don't
it
think
back.
it's going to take long to catch up to this guy.
You literally
Murdering.
don't
He
know
might have
when he left
he might
yet.
have 3 hours
So,
head start on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not like racing like the Clappers, I'm sure. Like, oh my god, I'm being
He'll be
hunted.
totally... And it's a storm, so he'll
He's
be
just
way later
yeah,
than
He'd
he's
like-
just stopping
That's
off to
true.
pick flowers and stuff, you know.
He'll be
That's
laughing,
true.
chuckling to himself all along while he looks at the sword and stuff like those fucking idiots.
But it won't be doing anything for him because he needs to be attuned to it. And
Oh, I bet the hilt is furious.
yeah,
Or what about if we catch up and he's best mates with it, and then he kills us all
he
with
uses
it?
it on us? I'd be like,
No.
oh, a bit of light. Oh, I guess I'll put my sunglasses on for this battle.
Yeah. Reagan was looking intrigued at that idea,
I did like the
essentially got a
idea of him
torch.
using it on you guys. That's pretty fun.
killing us all.
A mag light.
Well, it wouldn't have much of an effect on you guys. You guys it'd just be a sword to you guys, really. It doesn't have any magical
We
effects on you
find out
guys.
that we're all vampires.
Yeah,
Didn't even
we're
know.
actually. By the way, I secretly rolled. You were all actually bitten by the werewolves. Sorry, guys, and that's actually going to be really super deadly on you guys.
How can we track him down? Quick, smart.
Well, I
Let's go
wouldn't.
the fastest road.
I wouldn't make too many plans until you have an idea of like how far ahead of him you guys are. How far ahead of you guys he is.
Yeah. We'll get him.
Yeah.
Well, he just left.
To a drunk man.
Yeah, but drunk people don't lose their sense of. Oh,
I like that you caught up. You caught up real quick on that one. That was good.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
it's like John Lennon's Lost Weekend. Oh, he left 3 days ago.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. That was an awesome session. Someone did mention that it felt like you guys got nowhere since you're back at the camp that you started at. But that's fine. A lot has happened. You've got mountain gear now, which is great. Mountaineering
Yeah.
gear. Yeah.
We've got sweet coats.
You got the sweet rug. I really want to have some like. I think we need a shirt design of all of you guys standing there in your rug designed winter gear. I think that'd be amazing. That would be a beautiful shirt.
In my head, it's just the Louis Vuitton pattern.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the rug was just that pattern, and now our capes are just that pattern.
I will just throw out a thank you to our patrons. George Friend, QSD, Drop Shadow Waffles, Carlzone, Squished, Sador, The Foolish Fool, Andrew Mitchell Moore, David Marsh, and our very own Joe and John. The guy that joined our Patreon last week, that was all like, oh, this guy's actually, he's a DM for YouTube. He like pulled that shit like 2 days later. He was like, and cancelled. I got my shout out, so I'll just cancel that shit now.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
I saw him on YouTube. What was his name?
I don't care anymore. I don't want to mention his name.
But I had watched his stuff before.
Right, yeah. It looks like he's got a pretty decent following.
Well, he gets it by fake donating to Patreon, apparently.
Yeah.
Salty.
Yeah, we need to
Right on
get
this
to this
time in
20
20
fucking
minutes.
snacks.
Yeah, we got to get to the snacks. So we're still like 8 away from 20 fucking snacks. We're going to be 8 away forever, guys. We need some of those patrons. Join us, $4 a month, to support what we've done here. We've done, just as a bit of an understanding of what we've been doing, we bought a spell pack, which will help us immensely should we ever get to another combat round. Because it's been a while. And I'll be buying the Ghosts of Saltmarsh, not to play, but to utilize a bunch of some of the rules, some of the maps and stuff for Morley's origin story that we need to figure out when we want to go live with that, guys. So everything that you guys do to support us, whether it's bits that I've seen you guys all throwing out today, which is awesome. Random Origins has gifted us about 500 bits. Carlzone about 70. Squished has thrown a few our way as well, 25. So thank you. That all counts. We've got a few extra follows as well, which is awesome. I will say thank you as well to our subscribers: Grim Reaper, Elosa Gibber, Random Origins, Hoju the Elder, Coolios, Squished, Terrestrial Starfish, Waffles, Carlzone, Garman Dudes, The Foolish Fool, Nuka Quinn, Brine Shrimp, Larp Kiwi, and Jackalope. And of course, you got like a few of those names are on both lists. So Waffles, Carlzone, and Squished, and The Foolish Fool, the Elite Dices. You should find yourselves with like a little VIP token next to your name in the chat as well, since you're supporting us so immensely. I think that's it. I think is that good. I don't know if we're going to be going live with the cards next week. I think there's still a bit of work to go, but the testing was pretty successful. Really looking forward to going live with that. I think Random is pretty excited to get that out as well. Anything else, guys? I don't think so.
I'm going to put a picture of the Von Trapp family in the Discord.
Okay, good.
Because that's us. That's what we're like. Again, with the on-point cultural references that are not...
Only the latest for us, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like to stick with a few decades old at most.
Yeah.
Speaking of drawings or art, John, I didn't know you could
What?
draw.
Yes.
That's really cool.
What? What's happened? What have I
In the
missed?
art channel on Discord, you've missed yourself.
Right.
Silly goose.
They're looking like
Our
Jesus.
Lord and Saviour.
That's fantastic. I really like
Oh, I
it.
want to see.
Should we bring that up?
That's super cool.
That's awesome.
That is cool. That's awesome. Oh, you're muted.
you're-
Oh,
Brian.
you're
You're
muted.
I think I went a bit too bushy on your eyebrows.
Yeah, I've almost got none. So that
The love child of Reagan and Eugene Levy.
I love how sinister this picture is.
it does. It does look very sinister. Scrappy to Goblin says, for Nautical Rules expansion, there's a guy from How to Be a Great GM also has a nautical campaign book, third-party rules. Can you throw a link up? Just because otherwise I'm not sure how I'll find it. Guy from How to Be a Great... I can find that. How to Be a Great GM. Cool. I'll take a look into that. How are we all looking for next Monday? We're keen to see if we can hunt down a man with a sun sword. Or go to Mount Gaseous for what could be next.
Sun, sword, sun, sword,
Yeah.
sun, sword.
Yeah,
Side quest.
we've got some revenge in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't
American
believe
does.
this is how he repays us for saving his fucking kid.
It wasn't
What
his.
a
It was his niece.
scumbag.
His niece.
As good as.
Oh. His close family member.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very
Fucking rips
close.
us off.
Outrageous. I was saying it like a northerner would, like our kid,
Oh, Billy.
Gallagher brothers.
All right, so we'll be back next time at the same time. Feel free to check out our previous sessions on YouTube or wherever podcast is. If you,
Inspiration before we go.
oh yeah, actually, yeah, good point. Who currently doesn't have inspiration? Just Adam and John. Adam and John both don't have inspiration.
I'm
so-
going to vote for Bill for his Bowie-like performance. I thought that was really cool. That was a cool image.
That was. So in the chat, are we going Bill? Are we going Morley? I think mine's for Bill tonight as well. Actually, some really good Bill moments. But yeah, feel free to throw up either a Bill or a Morley in the chat. You can vote for NPCs, right? Well, I mean, Aragel could probably use some inspiration.
Oh, get out. You're the worst DM ever.
I think Casimir gets inspiration because he lives in a hovel. He needs inspiration.
Oh yeah, by the way, like Casimir is like hiding in the carriage while you guys are like he's trying not to be seen.
Of course.
But yeah. I think we've got Bill. Bill, well, you've got yourself an inspiration to use. Everyone's stockpiling now, so please do use them when you get a chance.
Yeah.
Because we'd like to give them out more. Larp Kiwi wants to give Strahd a point of inspiration.
Oh, what a guy. Mm-hmm. Thanks, love.
Could make for a good final battle. All right, next week we'll be here, same time. Come say hi. If you missed the start of this session and you wanted to be caught up, you need to either be subscribed or be a Patreon to watch this session because it'll be a week before it goes live for everyone else. Anyway, yeah, thanks. Goodbye, everybody. Joe, have you got any?
It doesn't happen. We don't organically.
I feel like I owe it to Joe to make sure she remembers. I'm sure she would never forget anyway. Yeah.
No.
That looks great. Thanks. Oh, look how cute she is in the car. Okay.
I wish my husband played this game.
I wish my husband was a DM. Come and join us on our Discord.
We could just drive the car after him. With the
Yeah.
Aragel. Just boost.
Yeah.
Finally, it comes in handy.
Damn it!
Orange
That's what Brian should have given you guys. He should have given you
Between that and the
orange
gun.
Lamborghini.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks, players,
All
and
right,
thanks, chat, for
bye.
coming and joining us. Bye.